Oh no! I dropped my dice.
D&D fail.
Who's going to help me with my dice? Baracus. Thank you. Oh, he's hit me with my metal dice. Hit me right where it counts. Welcome to Fractured Roll, where a bunch of us entertainment geeks get together and play a little Dungeons & Dragons. And don't forget to make sure you follow and like. Welcome!
We're on the internet. We're back once again. Yeah?
Yeah?
Time to light the candles.
Oh, switch
The candles of our
them on.
store. Switch them on. All right, so welcome to our D&D show, Fractured Roll, everyone.
Fractured
We appreciate you
Roll!
being here with us. As we are joined, as always, with our merry band of entertainment industry geeks. We have Marlon.
Hey.
This is Wednesday motivation for Marlon over here.
Yeah, they shut me down on Instagram.
We have once again we have Lincoln here, in place of a missing Jessica. Jessica, we miss you once again. We're missing Lana as well.
She's on her way.
She's
On her way.
She's on her way. So she'll be here shortly. And when she is, she'll just roll right into the story and we'll have nothing to worry about.
Truth.
And we have Mr. Eric Artell.
B.
Also with his Wednesday motivation. Okay. Lincoln,
And we have
it's
our
your turn.
DungeonMaster Matt Leishman,
That's
everyone.
me.
Matt
That's
Leishman.
Oh, Pigeon Rat says Southern Belle.
Oh boy.
Done.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey,
Appreciate
big shout
that.
out. Oh, well, I'll do that in my announcements. I'm going to do that in my
Yeah,
announcements.
Who's the big Southern Belle? Southern Belle. Southern Belle. Southern Belle.
Southern Belle.
Southern Belle.
All right. And that's it for me, I think. We've got announcements. We will turn the time over to Corey and Basilan, the Southern Belle. What do you have to say?
Well, howdy, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We want to do, first of all, a big shout out to our lovely Pigeon Rat. Don't call him a mouse. He's a rat. They all did like this.
They do that.
Yeah.
There is that, yeah.
Pigeon Rat Chris, who has done all of our logo and our figurines. May you always use your figurines wisely. Thank you very much, Pigeon Rat. Big round of applause for Pigeon Rat. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pigeon Rat, watching with his son.
Get those S's.
Make sure you do your homeworks, son.
Where did Eric go and how did this woman
Welcome to Fractured Roll. We want to first of all thank our sponsor, North Foundry.
Norse Foundry.
Yeah.
North Foundry, you can get discount on dice
Yeah.
with the coupon code FROLL.
Tell 'em.
Froll. Next week, we're going to be giving away another set of wonderful dice. Here's an example of them. They're nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! I dropped my dice.
D&D fail.
Who's going to help me with my dice? Baracus. Thank you. Oh, he's hit me with my metal dice. Hit me right where it counts. All right, that's good along. Okay, so we're giving away metal dice next week. If you would like to be entered in for the metal dice right now, all you have to do is share this broadcast right now on the Twitters. On Twitter. If you just share it, in the title is hashtag Frolmas. It's like Christmas, but F-R-O-L-L. You understand? Frolmas. So just share this broadcast using the title hashtag Frolmas, and we're giving away our Christmas dice next week. So you'll be entered. Also, if you become a subscriber, you'll have 2 entries. So for our subscribers, you can have 2 entries. So go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Okay. And also for the rest of our announcements, there are a lot of things that you can do to be engaged in this game we're about to play. I want Corey to talk like this all night tonight.
Wow.
You don't like it? No, not good.
No, not so.
So we want you to be engaged. So just look at the roll. What is it called? It's right. Oh no, my camera is frozen. My camera is absolutely frozen. How dare it be frozen on me? All of All
I was
of
just
my,
gonna say.
all of my actions are just all done.
His accent.
Our
is
camera's
so
done.
It's a little disturbing.
What happened to our camera? Oh, there it is. There it is. Well, this has been useless doing these announcements with his voice. Fromus, do it. Hashtag Fromus. Okay. We would love for you to be engaged in this conversation in our game. So just look at the pre-roll. It's right down. Nope, it's right down there. Just look right there. If you point that way, you'll be pointing at it. If you, you looked at it. Yep, thank you, Marlon.
Yeah.
It's right there. Just look at the ways you can be involved. Any donation, not expected, but always appreciated. And you can be involved in the game that way. And I think that's all for the announcements today.
No apple pie.
Thank you. Oh, you can have some apple pie mint julep if you come on down to the studio.
Some peach cobbler.
Some lemonade.
Don't be a stranger, y'all.
Don't be a stranger. Y'all be good to each other. Thank you very much. Let's play some Fracture Roll D&D.
All right.
George.
Yes.
So that's all for the
Georgia
announcements.
Peach. Bonnet. Next week we'll bring the bonnet in.
Oh, I love the bonnet.
Little parasol.
Marlon, would you put that bonnet on the...
Yeah. You know
Thank
I
you.
would.
Are we talking about the same kind of bonnet?
Yeah. What other kind of body is it?
I'm not sure.
What do you think I'm thinking about?
Thank you, Eric.
So,
As always.
we're excited for people to be to get involved. So please, as the Southern Belle explained,
So
please
eloquently.
be involved in the stream. We'd love put it in the chat whenever we'll talk to each other in the chat, and there might be a question come up in the chat every once in a while. We'll just look for stuff that we'll be announcing in the chat as well.
That's right. Great. Well, that leads us
My
to...
camera froze again.
It froze again?
Yeah,
This one right
It's
here?
because Lana's
Yeah.
not here.
It's
yet.
because Lana's not here to make it pretty.
It's gonna be eating it all up.
Here we go.
Is it easy enough to unfreeze?
Well, yeah, except for I just never know when it's gonna freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, it's having some issues.
It's here, a little glitchy over there.
We're glitchy.
It's the glitchy.
We got a glitchy camera. Oh, well.
All right.
Lincoln, every once in a while, look over here and see
I will.
whether or not we stop moving. That would be a bummer.
Yeah.
Ours is working.
But Marlon's going. I'm going, right?
Yeah, you're going.
I'm good to go. All right. Well,
That was high.
without further
Yes,
ado,
you do.
and as we wait for our drow thief to join us, which will happen shortly.
Tolov. Or is that how you say it? I have no idea.
It's
Tolov.
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 Tolov. Yes.
I'm gonna put a question into the chat right now that they can shout out about. What's your favorite race of character to play in Dungeons and Dragons? Put it in the chat.
Question.
Okay.
What is your favorite race?
In Dungeons and Dragons.
It's awkward pause.
I thought I'd help you.
Yeah.
I thought I'd help you a
Yeah,
little bit.
Awkward
Yeah.
pause.
So let's get to.
If you answer incorrectly, someone will die.
No, but anyway.
So
But anyway.
yeah, a recap on our previous episode. Can I do that?
Recap.
Hashtag
Recap.
All right. So recapping from a previous episode. It is nighttime. The group has just had a very surprising and terrible encounter in the cellar under the Bone Drop Inn.
Oh yeah.
Now, prior to
that
that,
was a bad encounter.
It was terrifying.
yeah, prior to that, you had had an encounter with a different horde of undead at Hawkwart's farm, and Willem, the town waste rat, informed you that he felt that he might have some information about said undead. Yeah, I did that. And so he shared that information with you, which led to much trekking and investigating around the outskirts of the town, leading to the cemetery and back around the town to the bridge over the river. And the investigations were they were happening very in a very determined way. Unfortunately,
Hey,
Real
Glennery is a
phone?
new follower.
Glennery.
Glennery, may all of your energy be put into your name, Glennery. We're warming up.
yeah, we're warming
We're
up.
warming up. We're warming
Have
up,
some more of that
Glennery.
drink
Thank you for
there.
being a new
Have some more of that
follower.
drink. So you had found your way around town investigating. You had decided to basically call it a night. Get some dinner, get some drink, maybe sing a song or two.
Yes.
Yeah. But what you found was a confrontation with a commoner in town who accused you of being the cause of all this strange nonsense that's been happening in the town, and a terribly sick Oscar Telbin, the proprietor of the inn. Information he gave you regarding his cellar and how he's been getting sick since he's been smelling an awful, dreadful smell down there, led you to investigate this this cellar. And in so doing, a secret door was uncovered, leading to a secret room filled with more undead, including a mummy. A difficult battle ensued, but the team prevailed. The team has since huzzah, indeed. The team has looted the room, and you were left over after going through knickknacks and treasures. Lastly, you found a journal, a leftover journal in one of the cabinets within this room, and that is where we left off just prior to the reading of said journal,
Which I have in my hand. A journal. Would you like to hear what it
You
says?
should read the journal.
Shall I read the journal? I'm still trying to see. I wish our...
Your vision is glitchy.
I am a little bit glitchy. Possibly with... Hey! Well, why not 8? Welcome, well, why not 8 new follower? Well, why not 7? Why not 9? Because
Why not
8
9?
is a better number. 4 times 2 divided by 1 is 8. To you, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a new follower.
even multiplied by 1.
Also, I feel like should I try to just unplug and plug this can back in just to see if that helps it. That's a cliffhanger.
Maybe.
With the
What do you want me to do?
just you stay right there.
I'm
Keep
good where I
looking.
am.
Yeah, just keep looking pretty, Matt.
Well,
He can't help it.
it takes a lot of work to bring you this every week. You know, I have my my exercise regiment for my trainer.
Or regimen?
Regime? Exercise regimen. My exercise plan, given to me by Marlon himself. Have you seen, see, you're doing that thing over there. Have you seen that Michael J. Fox movie, Secret of My Success?
No.
Oh, man.
Help me figure
When you're
this
doing
out.
that flex thing, because you need to see it. This is part in the movie where he's like changing
Yeah.
frantically in the elevator, and people open the elevator, and as it comes to a certain floor, and he's not done changing yet, and he drops all his clothing, and he just starts flexing like this. He's just and he just freaks everybody out, and they run away because he doesn't want to deal with that. So you're flexing. You got the Michael J. Fox, the '80s Michael J. Fox flexing. I'm not sure he's
meant to do
this.
doing a lot of flexing now.
purpose.
Well, that's a bummer.
Still glitchy.
Yes. Our camera's decided to go kaput.
It's not fixing.
Maybe he's running out of battery.
Well, it's phantom battery. They. Hello.
What do we got?
VGS Tech Takutu.
Whoa!
Takutu. Thank
I can't
you
repeat that,
for,
but thank you.
May your voodoo be as strong as your Takutu. Did you do a doo-doo in your Takutu?
I don't know.
Is that not? You don't want?
I don't know.
All right.
Too far.
Was that a little too far? Takutu, thank you for being a new follower. Okay. We'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah. We'll have to deal
It's
with it.
good now. It comes in and out.
Comes
We'll keep it.
goes.
I have a journal. There's something written in this journal.
Please read it to us.
Would you like to? Shall I read it?
Yes.
Thankfully, I have learned to read in throughout my thing. Wait! Oh no! Hold on!
Hold on.
Tolov is here. Torlov is here.
She just stepped through the planar portal, and will soon.
Yes, she's. All right.
She's alright.
Well, I'll wait. We shall wait until Torlov
Should
gets
we wait?
here. Yes. Let me explain. I'll explain a few things. I know we have a lot of people here who are watching for the first time. Thank you so much for being here for Fractured Roll. We have a few different things that we like to do. One of them is we like to do a roll call every once in a while, where we will ask you to decide what happens next. We have a dance move to roll call. Baracus, show him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That popping rock is sick, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So we have so we may call out roll call. Get ready to in the chat put the hashtag RC and then what you would like to have happen next. However, it is at our discretion. If you ask for something too ridiculous, then we won't use it.
I
If you're like,
pull my fingers.
a nuclear. It's Takuto. Oh, Takuto.
Takuto.
Don't you
Oh.
know my friend Takuto?
Yes, that was about
Is
you.
in the flow.
It sounds like
We'll love them for show.
Improv.
Yes.
it's not.
We have to fix it. We have a couple of things to fix.
Isn't there a ninja
Our
named Takuto?
Dungeon Master is going to fix his own thing.
There's a delicious
Here,
Mexican
Dungeon Master.
dish called tacutos.
That coffee's
To-
hitting me.
I think that's
tacutos,
tequila.
chicken
Thank you. The
tacutos.
coffee's not so if you'd like to be involved in the chat, everyone, please be involved in the chat.
what happened.
Alas.
Tolov is not actually here.
Yes, Torlov is grabbing some victuals.
Vittles.
Some victuals.
Some victuals indeed.
Also, if you donate $15, you can create a fractured soul. My
Tell
My
my
character.
pizza.
My character, My character, Corian, has a barbarian soul living inside of him, and sometimes that soul comes out.
It's
If
a
you
little
donate-
disturbing.
Yes, if you donate $15 to the stream and be a supporter, then you can dictate who that barbarian will inhabit for 10 minutes. So,
It's quite a beast.
he's quite a beast. So at any time, if you would like to be involved in our play this way, but probably the most fun thing to do is if you donate $5, you can then give a D6 to any player here. For every $5 you donate, you can give a D6 to one of us, which we can use, or even the Dungeon Master that can use on any of our rolls.
Me.
So,
Give it to me, please.
We appreciate your support if you'd like to support that way. I'm just trying to riff, waiting for Torlov.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll hand out our gold.
We can sum up the letter when she gets back, right? No?
We could.
Mm.
No? DM, what would you like?
Maybe go through asset management and do,
Yes,
do,
all
a
right.
little house cleaning.
Before
and
we
some stuff.
read this journal, I feel like it's weighing heavily on me, not just physically because it's heavy, but mentally and emotionally because I am a fair-minded individual and I feel very strongly about you as my friends now. Awkward. Can you call us friends now? We've been through battles.
Awkward is my name, yes. I can not call you friends quite yet, but
I can call you my first friend still.
Excellent.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah, first friends.
used to y'all.
No, I don't know the other way around.
Yeah, well, you're becoming one of my first friends as well.
Oh.
However, I do have a lot of gold that I feel like we should divvy up, that we can put in our different purses.
I think Tolov will be excited to hear that.
I think she will too. She seems quite fond of the jewels.
We have 100 and let's see. I have to figure this out.
So have you been doing all the coin collecting?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I have.
Just be careful with divvying out the money. It's the root of all evil.
Well,
It can make people turn on you.
we have a lot.
Oh, that
We have a
coffee.
lot. We have 178.
Yes.
15, 121, 214 gold pieces.
So between the four of you, that's
That's 53 or 54
50.
gold pieces. But we also have a couple of gold rings and a few bracelets.
Yes.
Will any of them fit on any of my animals?
I don't think the gold will fit on your animals. Well,
Need
you
to
want,
be
you, want to
nurtured
put,
back to health.
you want to put some gold bracelets on your animals.
If they're magical.
Well, I think they're just regular gold.
Darn.
So possibly what we can do is just split up the skull. Give everyone like 53 gold pieces.
I don't usually have need for gold, but yes.
Yes.
I would like 53 gold pieces.
Are you Tolov
No.
right now?
No.
You don't get 53 gold pieces. So everyone gets 53 gold pieces. So here I count out the gold coins
Yes.
very carefully. There's enough light to see, right?
It's fairly dark, but you all have dark vision, so.
Oh, great, yeah. So
But there's sconces on the wall if you wish to, use an eldritch blast.
oh yes,
To light up.
Maracus, would you like to Eldritch blast us a nice little fire on a sconce on the wall so I can read this better?
I don't see why not. I can do that all day.
You don't have to roll.
Oh,
You just-
oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I never get tired of seeing that.
I never get tired of doing it.
So add 53 to whatever you had before.
Yeah. On your one of your sheets is going to be like a backpack.
Oh.
Yeah, bottom right corner. It'll be GP.
And then
3 gold pieces.
we also have silver. We have lots of silver as well.
How much silver do we have?
Silver is just so you know regarding conversion. Silver is 10 to 1 gold. So if a gold is $1, a silver piece is like a dime.
So we all get 39 silver. Yes, Takuto. This is 5th edition. This is 5th edition.
5th
but it's
edition D&D.
a homebrew. So 39 silver pieces. Everyone.
Yes.
And then we have some jewelry. We have 3 bracelets worth 8 gold each. And then how much were the gold rings that we found?
5 each.
Each were worth 5 each.
Yes.
So
And
that
you,
would be-
when you come across items like that aren't quite as liquid as straight coin, it's up to you to find someone you can trade with, or
Yes.
maybe a jeweler, or maybe.
Would you all like a gold bracelet? A bracelet worth 8 gold.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I will take one.
All right, Hawkwood. Here's a bracelet, and I give Hawkwood a bracelet,
One
and I'll
Alright.
give
gold.
Tolov. I know Tolov loves.
I know Toto. is
She
all
loves the
about-
sparkly
She
things.
does. You know what? I'll give her the 2 gold rings.
All right.
So Tolov, here are 2 gold rings for you.
And
We'll
she
check.
responds and says, "Give me all the gold rings."
I will give you both gold rings.
Spot on, right?
Right?
Spot on.
That was
Right?
Okay.
very much Lana. Very well done.
I shivered myself on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't sound as attractive.
Oh my god.
That hurts.
Sorry.
You cut me deep.
I mean, sorry. Great. Okay. That is excellent. This takes. Oh, and we have 3 gems. How much were the gems worth?
What do you have?
It just says 3 gems and a white alabaster hand with a hammer.
Oh, you don't know how much the gems are worth.
Oh, we don't.
You won't know until you get them appraised or try to
If
use
it's
them.
all right, I'll
use them
hold
for
on
barter.
to the gems, and we'll see. We'll find out what they're worth.
I am fond of hammers.
Oh, he likes hammers.
Well, it's like a porcelain. It's like, describe it again. It's a white alabaster hand.
It is a white alabaster. It's like part of a forearm, leading to a wrist and a hand holding a hammer. A feminine hand holding a hammer.
This sounds like it could be part of the other thing there. The sacred relic we found a few days ago.
Yes. When you saved Felicia in the Zavart cave.
It is another piece of that? Or
That is the piece.
that is the piece.
That's what you found.
That's what we found.
Yes.
What was your question?
It's not a question relating to what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
it was just a thought. Like, you ever see the movie, what's it called?
The Lord of the Rings. Yes.
No.
Shawshank Redemption.
No, it's
Wait. Mo Better Blues.
Beastmaster.
Like, very underrated.
No.
Beastmaster's great too. The ring with the eyeball.
the never-ending story.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
Like when he's reading the book and he goes to a fantasy
Take a
world.
walk. You. No, kidding. Stay.
Like when he's reading the book and he goes into a fantasy world. Why isn't
Right.
there that kind of movie for Dungeons and Dragons?
Let's make that movie. We're
Mark-
starting a Kickstarter right now. If you'd like to make that movie,
You know what I mean? Like, well, just playing, all of a sudden the camera just goes into like our minds and it just like
Yeah.
plays out what we're
I
playing.
would love that.
That'd be really cool, right?
Yeah. Of course
Yeah.
it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be dope.
and then the story never ends.
Well, that would be kind of taking.
We'll call it
We get
the story that never ends.
Mm.
Dungeons and Dragons version 2019.
Scott Pilgrim.
I mean, there was a cartoon in the 80s, a D&D cartoon, where a bunch of kids are at an amusement park and they get on the Dungeons and Dragons ride.
Mhm.
And the roller coaster takes them into this dark cave that, transports them into a D&D world. And then, they all get like a magic weapon and they all find themselves embroiled in this, fantasy adventure where they want to find their way home, but they also are kind-hearted enough that they want to also save the world that they're in. But
I feel like a new Dungeons and Dragons would be a hit.
Indeed.
But like you do it with like 4 kids, like Stranger Things, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they can use their imaginations,
yeah. No, I
I was rolling dice.
rolling dice. I got it. My mind didn't go to stupid places like Eric.
I listen. Look, I got dice.
Nice. There we go. That's I'm with you, man.
I used to watch the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Yeah.
That was great. Hey, in the chat, did you ever see the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon? Put it in the chat. We got a lot of people in
Who's
here
your favorite
who would love
character?
to know in the chat.
Bobby the Barbarian, Eric the Cavalier.
Do you remember the names?
Some of them. The Ranger was help me out. Blonde kid.
Yeah,
Good-looking blonde kid.
Paulie.
No.
Paulie the Situation.
No,
And he used to.
it was a great show. They had the Wizard, and his name is Presto.
Wow.
Presto, and the Dungeon Master was a short.
This is why you're the
I was a fan.
Yes.
I was a fan.
So we have these. Maybe we can ask. I'd love to see the people in the chat. We got. Hey, I'm going to call out some of our peeps in the chat. Hey, True Key Password, Toxic Waste, Pigeon Rat, Positivity, Ms. Lancy, M. Hamler, Hawks, Glennery, Faultisms, Electrical Skateboard, Commander Root. Got sound off in the chat. Have you ever seen the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
Or better yet, have you seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie from 2002?
Is it any good?
That's just dreadful. It's so bad.
Oh, that's why we gotta do it.
It's really
That's why we got to redo it.
maybe we need to watch it on a stream one night and just do like a Mystery Science 3000.
That's great.
It's really bad.
Oh, I think I hear an
Yeah.
elf.
I'm not sure you'd hear an elf.
Oh,
Hey.
No, I didn't.
Nope, didn't see her.
Didn't see anybody.
Saw nothing. She rolled very high on herself.
Saw nothing. Pigeon Rat says, I can't say I saw the show, but the D&D arcade game put a lot of quarters in
See,
there.
that was made for Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair.
Oh,
Gauntlet. Yeah.
So hard, man.
Gauntlet was huge. Started with Gauntlet. With
That
everybody.
Dungeons and Dragons video game was pretty fun though too.
Yeah, Golden Axe. All those fantasy games where you.
There was this game. There was this Dungeons and Dragons game where you, or no, it wasn't a Dungeons and Dragons game. It was a battling game, and it would show the piece of armor that you had to swing at, and then so you'd have to do the joystick for each piece of armor, and then you'd have to do a joystick.
That
block.
sounds really familiar.
It was
What was that?
I can't remember what it's called. I used to go to Livingston Mall. True Key Password. I've seen all the episodes, even the last episode that they never released on TV.
What? How'd you see that?
True Key Password, my man.
That's too cool.
My
Or
man.
my woman.
No, that's a man.
It's a man. You know True Key Password?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
buddy.
okay. All right.
He's a buddy now. He's an internet buddy. That's how it works, right?
All right.
That's how it works. Hufflepuff. True Key Password's a Hufflepuff representative.
Hey, come on in.
Oh, Tolo.
No, you're fine. It's all good.
Get out of the way.
How's it going?
It's going really good.
We're about to hear what's in this journal entry.
Oh, yes.
Oh, very
Oh,
exciting.
also, I bought my own dice.
Did you really? Oh, good. Show them off.
But these are very beautiful.
I am not going to be offended if yours look better than mine.
They might
I'm
be
sure
the
they
exact same because I bought them where you told me to.
Oh.
Or, well, one of the places.
Wait, did you use the
Yeah.
discount code?
I did, but then I left this at home, so these are other ones.
You have to show. Okay.
Oh.
All right. All right.
Wait, I think these are those.
They probably are.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
No end of dice in sight. Yeah?
So, thank you. No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we've just to bring you back to speed,
Tolo,
Lana.
just woke up.
Oh,
She was as part of our recap. She threw up a bunch because when they fought that mummy in the cellar in the previous session, she got a little sick. So just a little bit sick.
yes.
So-
I
It
feel
happens.
similarly.
It happens, you know.
Welcome back, Tolo. How is your insides?
Empty.
I'm sorry to hear that. Would you like some?
Yes.
Would you like
Cheese?
some cheese?
Is there cheese left?
Is there cheese left?
Oh, there's cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like some cheese?
I would.
All right.
There's cheese, and I mean, in the cellar storage, you'll find cheese. You'll find
Wine.
salted, dried meats,
Oh.
porks, and other animal products.
So I'd like to take some of that. I would like to take some. Can we take some?
Well,
I mean, we saved his. Wait. Oh, not in the right. No, I'm not going to take.
I mean,
that would not be nice.
Oscar, the inn proprietor, he
He would not be happy.
but he's also not anywhere nearby.
Yes, I'm not going to do that to Oscar.
Okay.
And none of you should steal from Oscar.
Cork N74 says, hi, Marlon.
Hey. Hello, Cork N74. What up? Make sure you become a follower. Everyone who's watching right now, make sure you click that follow button up top. If you become a subscriber, you will be entered twice to win our dice next week.
And twice is one more time than once.
Thank you, Howard. Rather awkward of you.
You're welcome.
Tolo, we just split up some of our goodies.
Oh.
So you have 53 more gold, which you can put in the bottom. Yep. So add 53 gold, and you have 39 silver.
Thank you.
And then we decided to give you the 2 gold rings because you like sparkly gold rings. Would you like these rings, Tolo?
I would love them. I definitely don't have other gold rings from anywhere else.
Well, now you have gold rings from a mummy room.
I feel like you do.
No, I definitely don't. I said I don't.
Oh, okay.
Don't.
All right.
I would like to try to
Roll
figure
a
out
deception
your
check,
running
Tolov.
Yeah! Yes!
You're trying to deceive him,
Am I though?
and you roll an insight check to compete against her deception.
Oh.
This is how we D&D people.
Just got saucy up
22.
in here.
Hmm.
Dang.
Oh, 14.
Okay, you believe her.
As
Well,
usual,
then I'm
She's
glad that
telling
you
the
have
truth.
These, then I'm glad you
I'm
have
sure
these
it's
rings.
22.
I also literally did not have any
That's a
rings.
plus.
So they are worth 5 gold each, just so you know.
Oh.
So you can make a note of that if you'd like that they're worth 5 gold each, if we're ever to barter them off. But I would say if you'd like to barter them off, let me help you, because maybe they'll be worth more than 5.
I'm fine, thank you.
Very polite.
I would like to hear the journal entry, if you please.
Yes, I have this. So this journal has some things written in it. and I've never read it
As
before.
long as it doesn't talk about the killing of livestock.
So just to recap, everybody, a couple little items I might have missed for those of you who are joining us for the first time, who don't know what specifically happened in the last episode. Yes, they did come to the cellar. Yes, they did fight with a mummy and some skeletons. They are in a secret room that they discovered in the cellar. This room has a table on it with, like restraining straps and chains. It has a table with some terrible looking rusted, dried, bloodied instruments on it. Cutting type instruments, and there's some jail cells or holding cells or whatever. There's bars throughout the room with, and there's piles of tattered rags and bones in these cells as well.
Clothing
So,
for the mummy, really.
clothing, yeah. And so they now find themselves faced with this journal.
The Journal of Rector Harold.
Before we get back to the session, let's go ahead and meet some of our characters. Corian Basilan is always ready with a fun quip to lighten the mood, and is known to burst into song at any time. He grew up in a small rough-and-tumble mining town, but his ASMR blood and musical talents set him apart from his would-be friends. Corian finally seemed to find his true calling when sent to a small, prestigious bardic school in Pite. But while there, due to a very unfortunate and ugly incident, not only did he leave the school, he left his true calling in life, and at the same time lost his one true love. What he gained in that horrific moment, however, was unwelcome indeed, the companionship of a barbarian spirit, who he struggles to keep at bay within his fractured soul. He now lives the life of a somewhat nomadic bard, hoping to entertain those around him, and just as happy to swing a sword as he is to sing a song. Just don't look too closely into his eyes, for there you may discover a sadness and a struggle you wouldn't expect.
Tolov Helvival, the undisputed greatest archer of her generation, is a mysterious rogue drow with a dark past. Her caustic personality and generally antagonistic demeanor are the armor she wears to protect her secretly sensitive soul. After escaping a horrific childhood, Tolov lived on the streets of Kenawal, where she joined a motley crew of thieves and hooligans. For several years, she traveled with this thieves' guild, working directly for the Vadu crime family, until she witnessed members of the guild engaging in unspeakably inhumane activities. In search of a fresh start, she fled to Renfeld, with nothing to her name but her trusty short bow and arrows. Somewhere along the line, Tolov gained a reputation for being obsessed with gold and trinkets. But really, she simply longs for the comfort and security she has never known. When finally she came across this merry band of misfits, she was very guarded, as it typically takes her quite a long time to trust others. She is, however, starting to warm up to her new companions, and even considers at least one of them a friend. Kind of.
Baracus is a tiefling warlock that comes from a lonely past, who loves to eldritch blast his enemies. Baracus had a past life lived with a little bit of a thuggish background. He ran with a group of guys that were quite rough that he thought were his friends. After some time running with the wrong friends doing the wrong things, he finds himself in prison in a town far away. Baracus never truly was evil or malicious, just the result of a misled youth, and got too tied up with friends who truly weren't his friends. While in prison, he made himself a deal with a patron that turned him into the spellcasting warlock that he is today.
His name is Hinaric. Wanderer, outcast, handsome for a hairy giant. In the last few years he's wandered alone and friendless, miles from the northern reaches of the Ambershade Forest, a place his people simply call Amber. Yes, Hinaric and his tribe are furbolgs, a type of cute, cuddly giant. Hinaric stands about 8 feet tall, enormous biceps and pectorals, sometimes forgetful of his own strength, Don't ask him to pull your finger, I'm just saying. Furbolgs are natural druids, guardians of the forest. They usually keep to themselves, hidden but strong. But even as a child, Inaric didn't quite fit in. With his father as leader-in-chief, this often made things awkward. Though Furbolgs avoid contact with outsiders, Inaric was enamored with a small troop of entertainers, taking refuge in the Ambershade Forest. Truth be told, he absorbed a little too much of their outside music, stories, and culture for his parents' taste. Ah, teenagers. Long story short, Inaric found himself banished for 10 years until he could grow up, return, and prove himself ready to lead the tribe as their rightful chief. A beast of a fighter, Inaric wields a sword called Aegis, a replica named after a hero from a play that shaped his childhood dreams. But he still seeks his family's legendary sword, Inarel, lost when his parents disappeared defending the Ambershade Forest years ago. Now, Inaric finds himself traveling with 3 adventurers, in a way, living the stories, plays, and songs he so revered as a child. But mostly, for the first time in his life, Inaric feels like he belongs.
Proprietor of the Bone Drop Inn. This is the Bone Drop Inn. This is the Bone Drop Inn, right? Chess 14th. Do I know what chess?
It's a month.
Oh, it's a month. Chess 14th. It's a month. Do I know that?
Yeah.
Do we all know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
been
on
all
the
night.
calendar.
Oh, right. I knew that.
Chess is a month or
Chess is a
14th
month.
is-
So the
okay.
14th
Okay,
of chess.
okay.
14th of chess. My efforts to learn the medicinal arts have been severely hampered since I wasn't accepted into the tutelage of the local sage or given any consideration by the church for that matter. But I'll persevere and simply learn it on my own. 22nd of chess. I'm so tired of serving drinks and food in this dump. I just wish I could focus on my studies at all hours. It's all so fascinating. This bard is terrible. This probably is written a long time ago. Right? Because
The
Rector...
date is right there.
Well, that
It
is
is.
a month.
It is.
Month of
It is a
chess.
tattered and very old,
It's terrible. Okay,
dusty
great.
journal.
See, that's ridiculous that they would have a bad bard here. If only I were singing, maybe he wouldn't be so down in the dumps. 30th of chess. I wish this bard would leave. Well, that's not very nice to the bards. But he brings customers, I guess, which we all should do, which is good. Business does fund my studies, after all. I'm having breakthroughs with my studies, but I fear that soon I'll run out of study subjects. I'm not keen on robbing graves much longer.
Oh boy.
Who does that?
The 9th of Tarsak. I'm miserable. Business is lacking. The bard hasn't left, and everyone in this village is tired of him and his same 4 songs. Luckily, I know 114 songs.
P.S. Tarsec is another month.
Tarsak, yes, that's what I figured. The village watch is paying too much attention to the cemetery. I don't know where else to find subjects. 15th of Tarsak. I have done something awful, and I'm sure I'll be cursed for my remaining days because of it. A bar brawl broke out between a traveler through town. A bar brawl, a fight. A bar brawl.
Bar roll.
No, a roll. A
Bar-
no.
like
A fight.
fire.
A fight in the bar.
Oh.
A rule in the bar.
Broke out between a traveler through town and a drunk off-duty watchman. The traveler lay near dead already behind the inn.
Oh boy.
What was I supposed to do? He was already almost dead. There was no time to save him anyways. He's an excellent specimen.
Oh boy.
Specimen.
Page 2. 26th of Tarsak. I have to employ my subject acquisitions elsewhere, I think. The bard's body has run the course of its usefulness. Can't believe that. And the village authorities are pretty serious about finding out who is responsible for missing people. They'll understand my sacrifice one day. The 3rd of Mirtul. I've sold almost all I have, but it's for the cause of higher education. When I've learned all I need, Then I'll be of great service to this community. People won't condemn me for my higher causes. Regardless, my new tools for easing the sleep and silence of potential subjects will work amazingly, I think. I'll have to use them in Pite, though, I think. Oh, so he wrote this before coming to Pite. He must have, right? Myrtle 7th. My first trip to Pite was a success. It's nice to not have investigators clawing at my door anymore. I must say, though, I was reluctant to acquire that young boy, but he was so feeble and helpless, and I'm sure he was soon to pass away anyways. I forgot my sleep and silencing tools, so I was lucky he was already asleep. Deathly asleep, I'm sure. If you really think about it, I'm doing Pite a service by cleansing their streets of homeless wastrels. I've made another breakthrough in my studies. Wrapping the bodies in treated clothes does wonders for preservation.
Oh boy.
16th of Myrtle. I'm off to Pite for my next foray into specimen harvesting. I hope I don't run into any of those thugs that I avoided last trip. They nearly ruined my whole expedition. I'm confident that soon I will graduate and finally be able to present myself to this small-minded community and offer my medicinal services at last.
That would explain the mummy.
So the mummy was a bard.
No, I think he was the mummy.
His last entry spoke of bandages, bandaging.
Right.
Well, I've been wrapping the bodies in treated clothes does wonders for preservation, so maybe, I don't know. I was in Pite. So I'm trying to think if I remember if a young boy was taken away.
There is no year written upon this journal?
No year.
Only the condition of the journal would indicate that it is old and dusty.
I see.
Do I know of a young boy that went missing in Pite? No. Okay. So I was in Pite, but I don't remember anything from this. I wonder if I might have even met this gentleman. Rector Harold. Does that name ring a bell to my memory? No. Well, that's disturbing.
Where's this cheese I was promised?
It sounds like your stomach is feeling better.
There's only one way to find out. Cheese.
Cheese.
So essentially, he was he experimented on Bard, and then he went to Pite and was stealing people from Pite.
Stealing children, right?
The homeless.
I wonder if he could possibly be this figure that has been spotted with purple eyes, having transformed, still searching for bodies.
It's possible. I guess. Is there anything else in the?
There's nothing else. There was the gold, there was the rings, and there were 2 items that you had found also. One of them was a bag of sand, and one of them was something that you
and a wand.
You can only determine to be a wand.
Well, hello, Mika Cord is a new follower. Mika Cord. May the cord that binds you with us never be broken, like an umbilical cord that often does get broken when a baby is born. Hey, and Flash Dragon 4 is a new follower. Flash Dragon 4, may you never flash a dragon in real life because they might singe off your kibbles and bits.
Okay.
That's actually just solid advice.
Wow.
Just wow. Wow.
Dragon. Komodo dragon. Their bite with the bacteria. That's bad. Really bad.
Well,
I know my zoos.
I think we should tell Oscar about what has happened to you. Oscar's the proprietor of the inn.
Perhaps he
Close
knows
down.
something about this old rector.
I think we should find out if he sealed this door, if he sealed up the wall,
If Oscar did.
if Oscar did, or if he knew that even this room existed. Hey, Ducky Wurs is a new follower.
Ducky Wurs.
Wurs, you were a ducky in
Thank
a former lifetime. Thank you for being a human. And clicking on follow.
Yes.
So, are you all okay with that? We go talk to Oscar
I am.
Yes.
and let you
Yes.
know what's happened down here?
Yeah.
And is the smell like dissipating? What is the...
It's a very good question. Now that the mummy is no longer animated, the smell is slowly dissipating. Yes, I mean the two skeletons.
Ducky Woods is a subscriber!
What?
Ducky!
Love you, Ducky.
Ducky, thank you for subscribing. Ducky, new subscriber. You will have 2 entries in our Frolmas giveaway next weekend, where we will be giving away a set of metal dice from Norse Foundry. From Norse Foundry. You have two entries. We're giving away dice from Norse Foundry next week. Don't forget, everyone who is in here, share this broadcast on Twitter. Tweet this broadcast out. Use the hashtag Frolmas, F-R-O-L-L-M-A-S. It's in the title, so you don't have to type anything in. So
Tweet
keep
it
the title
out.
and tweet it. You will have an entry in our giveaway for next week. So go ahead and tweet it out right now.
That's
Share
right.
it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that right now.
Lana, one thing you did miss
Yes.
while you were getting victuals,
Yes.
as Eric said, was his opening accent.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What was it?
It was wonderful. It was a Southern Belle, and she talked on about the dice and a lot of other things.
Oh no, how did I miss
And
that?
sometimes she sat like this.
My oh my.
Oh, she should have done this a lot of times.
She should
But
have.
she didn't.
Next time. Next
Because
week,
she
Pigeon
had
Rat.
Santa mint julep just sitting there.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Maybe next time, all of you could be Southern Bells together.
I would love that.
See? We've already got Lana.
All right. It's not bad after
All right, I just tweeted that out. So if you'd like to tweet out our show right now. You have the next hour to do that with the hashtag Frolmas, and you will be entered. But Ducky Wurs, thank you very much.
Ducky Wurs.
You have 2 entries for next week.
Excellent.
All right. Well, I say. So the smell has been dissipated.
The smell is dissipating. Yeah, I mean, it's still there. The battle just would have ended maybe 15 minutes prior. But it's discernibly lessened.
Great.
It is.
Well, let's go talk to Oscar.
And I grab a wheel of cheese on the way out.
I'm just thinking one thing.
This is that really good cheese in like the red wax, so that it's like it's preserved.
The
Baby
giant
bell.
No, this is the
Baby
Mama
bells.
Bell.
Is
This
it
is
like
the Mama
green?
Bell.
Oh, Mama Bell.
Yeah.
Delish.
Yeah.
I eat the
What?
whole thing in one bite.
Okay.
Even the wax. Wow, totally. I
course,
didn't know
that's
you
the
all
best part.
It's the best part.
Constitution.
Wait,
could
wait, are you
handle
not
that.
supposed to eat the wax?
No, of course you can.
Okay.
Of course you can.
I've never tried it. I'm just only eating them cold.
So, are you going upstairs?
Yes. So let's go upstairs.
Okay.
And
Baby.
what is it dark now? What is the time?
Yeah, it's about 9:30 at night.
Okay.
It's dark out.
I need rest.
Yeah.
I'm not in good shape. My body is hurt. Very
This is a
terribly.
lot for you. This is a lot for you. I understand.
This is my friend.
Mm.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel great.
Friend.
Apart from, your empty stomach, of course.
Yeah.
But now I ate a full wheel of cheese, so I feel better.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Great.
Yeah.
And you have a couple of rings which you didn't have before.
Definitely didn't have any jewelry before.
You had no jewelry at all.
Where are we going to talk to?
Let's go talk to Oscar.
So you make your way through the cellar proper, pilfering some cheese as you go, and you find your way up the steps into the inn, and you see what what you left behind, there's still a number of people, excuse me, who are patrons at the inn, getting dinner.
None
talking.
the wiser of the battle that has taken place.
None the wiser.
Oh yeah, none of them heard this happening.
They did
beneath their
not.
feet?
No.
I guess they would have heard a mummy.
Yeah.
True. The whole thing.
It was pretty deep and dank and dark down under the cellar.
Stank.
Yeah. And Oscar probably would have closed the door behind him to keep the stink down as he returned back upstairs. It doesn't take long for you to find him, and he's working behind the bar, cleaning mugs, ordering his cook around as usual, but already looking a little bit healthier. I mean, he still has a lingering health effects from his exposure to whatever that awful smell was, if not more. But you catch him, kind of looking nervously towards the cellar as you come out of it. Most likely, in worried anticipation of whatever might have been happening down there.
Oscar.
Oh. What happened?
There was a mummy.
Well, yes.
A what?
A mummy.
Yeah.
A mummy?
Hawkwood. Oh, I'm sorry, Hawkwood.
How could there be a mummy? That's my cellar.
Oscar, look, I probably have blood and stuff.
Yeah.
We've been in a battle.
You look awful.
A mummy.
What happened? How?
Come with us. Come to the basement. The smell is dissipating.
Yes.
You might want to cover your mouth still, but come with us. So
Wait. Just let me. He grabs a stein, and it's full of his signature ale.
Oh.
Drinks.
May I have a draught?
Gets a mug.
I'll also have
Thank you.
Gets another mug. Anything for you?
No.
No.
It's all right, people.
Water?
It was just a mummy.
You're gonna have to go to the river if you want some water. I'm sorry.
A mummy.
Hawkwood.
So wait. You're gonna take me back down there? Yeah.
This is delicious. This is terrible.
Oscar,
all right, well then show me.
Oscar, come with us. I don't want you to be too dismayed. But come with us.
It was a mummy.
We have that. We understand that.
Yes, it's in your basement.
So we lead them down the stairs.
Okay. So he comes down with you, and I mean immediately you walk in the cellar, and those sconces were lit because he led you down there, and he sees this gaping hole in the wall. He's like, "What the?
Did you know?
What did you do to my cellar?"
Did you know that there was a room behind the wall?
No, I did not know there was a room behind my wall.
Where there was. There is a room. The wall as it was, but the room is still here.
It was booby trapped.
Guess what was inside? A mummy.
A mummy? Okay.
Oscar, do you know Rector Harold?
Yes. He was a former owner of the inn.
Yes. Did you get the inn from Rector?
No, I got the inn from my uncle. But he bought the inn. I don't know. I mean, I inherited it from my uncle when he passed away 3 years ago. But he had bought the inn. It was derelict. It was abandoned for a year, and that was probably 30 years ago. Yeah. The previous owner, Rector Harold, he disappeared.
Well,
he disappeared, and
we might have found it.
he was
Come with us, and we take him down the hall.
mummy.
And then
also very curious, Oscar follows you. In there?
Yes.
In that dark hole?
Yes, into this hallway. There's a hallway. Just come with me.
Well,
Is it the
I
sconce
can
light
barely
is
see
lit?
anything. So
I
he
think this
reaches
is
and
a-
he grabs a sconce off the wall in the cellar.
We must be careful in case the traps self-reload.
So he holds this thing out and he's like,
That's a good
"Oh!
Yes. Wait, freeze. Oscar. Can we
Okay,
check
I'm
it?
freezing, but have you seen what's on the floor? What are those? Are those
Those were hands.
Guts
And hands.
and hands
hands?
Yes.
and guts.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Always.
From when you were people.
What's this about? Booby trap? Something?
Yes, there was a trap, and I'll check for traps. Can we check to see if there's? Well, I can. We'll check.
Where are you?
We're in the hall.
With
So
it.
you've led down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Big mind, big mind.
Anyone want to help him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to help him, you can either say I help him, and he just rolls advantage, or you can both roll. But that's only one.
Anyone?
I'll roll.
Thank you.
Okay. Perception check.
13.
15.
You see no indication that there's a trap apart from
The
the one flagstone you stepped on.
Okay. Great. Oscar, come this way. Don't step on that stone.
This is all so
Look
bizarre.
at my back, Oscar. Do you see the holes in my cloak?
Yeah, those two little blood spots. You need to clean yourself up, by the way.
Yes, I know.
You look a mess.
You do
Those
smell
were
terrible.
arrows.
The darts flew above my head and into his back.
Okay.
It's your
Okay.
basis.
That's true. Don't you go blaming me on this, though. I didn't know any of this was here.
So you did not seal this door.
What? Oh, this
The one we blasted open.
No. I had no idea that door was there. No idea.
Did your uncle do this?
Is your uncle?
I don't know.
Is he
He
here?
died.
No, he died 3
3
years
He died
ago.
3 years ago.
My uncle was a good man.
Was he?
he-
Prove it.
His gravestone says he's a good man. My memory says he was a good man. Apart from that, I don't know if I
How
can
exactly would he
prove it
do
to you.
such a thing, Tom?
Tell us his good deeds list.
Yes. Tell us 3 things that he did that were good in his life.
Well, he my uncle raised, 3 great children, my cousins. He helped build the North Tower
Oh,
in the
that's
town.
That is a good tower.
But
That's
was he
one.
kind to animals?
Well, he was an innkeeper, so he would sell animals
He ate animals.
for consumption.
So
that's
you're
good in
minus
my
2
book.
plus 1.
I don't know. That's good. Wait, what? The tower was a minus?
No, that's plus.
Oh, that's what?
We don't know about the children.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm sure these children grow to be good people or not.
Correct.
They're not around anymore.
Oh, right.
They've moved on. That's why I inherited.
The children
inn.
moved on.
Well,
So
my
all died?
cousins.
They died?
No. They're my age. They just don't live here anymore.
Oh.
They didn't want the inn.
Oh.
I have a knack for running an inn, so I inherited it from my uncle.
Did they move to Pite?
I've lost track of them. They might have gone to Hillgard. They might have gone to Pite. They might have. I don't know where they are.
Well, let me show you what's in this room.
Do I want to see what's in this
I
room?
think you should know.
I
This
think
is
it's
your
a strong
building.
building, yes.
Well, there's a permanent wall going in that hole. As soon as I can manage it.
Excellent. Well, there should be.
You might be able to use it for extra storage space.
Maybe that's actually not a bad thought, Hawkward. But let's get this over with.
Right. So come into the room. And
As he shines his flashlight. That smell! I told you I can't. It's not as bad, but what the? He shines it around, illuminating, from the darkness, this grisly sight. There's the remains of dead on the floor. And, what I described earlier. What, is this a prison? What? How? Who was this freak?
Rector Harold was doing experiments on people and the dead. And it seems like he was possibly trying to create undead.
And
What?
a mummy.
There was a mummy. There was a mummy, and we killed the mummy. And it might have been him. We don't know.
I was terribly affected by the mummy.
Give me a perception check.
6.
Okay. I don't know what I've gotten myself into. I should come closer to the microphone. Yeah, I know. Have you cleared it all out? Can I?
You can clean this up if you'd like. Yes, we just wanted to make
suppose
sure
I
you
have
knew
to.
What was here, but it's getting late, and
Rector Harold. Well, like I said, all I know about him is that he was not a very good businessman. I know that. I learned that from my uncle. He had his eye on this place. Yeah, he just disappeared. He would make frequent visits to places other than Renfeld. Pite, I suppose. It's a place worth visiting. Wow. This is really, truly bizarre. I don't know what to make of it, but I can't thank you enough for...
possibly a room and a meal.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And juice.
Absolutely.
Are you being completely honest with us?
Roll me an insight check.
I want to help him. Can I?
Sure.
Good thing.
22.
Hey.
Honest about everything he's saying, about one thing in particular.
I want to know if he's honest about not knowing. Whenever he's saying, I don't know about Rector Harold. I don't know who he was.
He's being honest. Yep. Which is true with that kind of a role. Yeah. He's not hiding anything from you in that regard. So, yeah, you know what? He was, by all accounts, he was kind of a strange old man, but zombies? No. Mummies? No.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I see them, but I mean, that's some dreadful business.
He also stole children and the homeless.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's what did it.
That's dreadful as well.
I would like. Can I do one more insight check, perception? I would like to try to see if he is being genuine with his surprise and aghastness about like the undead and stuff
Sure.
like that. Because they're living in his building.
Sure.
So okay.
Oh.
Natural 20!
Nat 20!
Seems like you
Crit,
would have
baby.
to hang.
Crit! Put a crit in the chat.
As far as you can tell, he's being totally honest.
Interesting.
Give me another perception check.
Oh.
16.
Oh.
Plus.
Okay, so you continue to look around the room, and you can see now coalescing above these
Thank you, Doug.
bodies is a very discernible purplish, dark purplish mist. Yeah.
Baracus, what do you do?
Are you okay, Brothers?
I see.
What's so funny? I have dead people in my cellar.
Don't we know it?
people.
I have hands in my cellar.
They're not exactly people, and then, people die. I see. The purple mist has returned.
Yes, you see purple mist?
Yes.
Where?
It's floating around the room, just so faintly. I just can't make out if I've seen it before. But
Purple mist.
yes, purple mist.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I don't know if I want to stick around for the purple mist.
Nothing good can come from it.
Is it going anywhere?
No, it's just floating.
It's just here.
I wonder if it inhabits anything.
I mean, as you can see it, it's just kind of, like steam in a sauna. That's just kind of how it's behaving.
Yeah.
As it's undulating, and it's slowly just kind of settling down to the ground. It's not moving anywhere. It doesn't seem to have a life of its own or anything. It's just.
So you see the purple mist.
I see the purple mist.
Have you ever touched the purple mist before?
No, I've just seen it. Touching mist is, it's not really, it's not solid.
Mist? Okay. Do you need to do something with this mist? Are there ghosts here that I should worry about?
I don't know.
This
Are
might be
there?
the works of much
That's what I'm asking you, milady.
This might be the works of a
Not
much
milady.
greater power.
I'm sorry.
A power I've encountered before in the past.
Who? What power have you encountered before?
What is wrong with your memory, Baracus?
What do you mean? I've lived a long life. Anyway, a power that I've encountered before has left purple mist in its path. An evil power.
Perhaps we should talk about this over a good meal.
Let's get out of here.
Yes.
I need to clean this up. I need to get some laborers down here. I need to close this right up. I mean, your suggestion about extra storage is great, but no, not gonna happen. Yeah. Can we leave?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I need to. So very nervously, very distraught, you follow Oscar up and out of the cellar. Okay, drinks. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Drinks,
and,
drink.
and a good
More drink.
and a good leg of mutton.
I'll find you some water if that's what you wish.
I would like some
Water
mutton
for me as well.
and some potatoes that have been cooked, boiled, and mashed.
Okay.
Squash.
Put them in a stew.
And no.
No?
I would like my
Okay.
potatoes boiled and then smushed and with good cold butter put on top.
Do you have any rare meat?
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
I'll take an ounce of that.
An ounce of rare meat. Okay.
yam, cabbage soup.
I have sweet potatoes.
Those are yams.
They're not yams.
They're close.
They are not yams,
They're all.
but I will take what you have.
And you, miss?
I will have a surf and turf meal. Steak and scampi
Scampi?
and juice.
Are those things that scamper around?
Juice.
They're from the ocean. Apple juice,
I've
please.
never been to the
Apple.
ocean.
We do have apple juice. Well, we have apples, and I can
You
juice.
can make
Apple juice for me as well.
You changed your mind. You wanted water before. Okay.
Do you not want water?
I want water still.
And a water.
Oh, that's better.
It's fine.
I would
You know
like
what?
Your mead.
Yeah, you will have it. Thank you.
and it will all be free.
Yes. You don't. Yes.
And I don't think I'll be performing tonight.
You're a mess.
Yes.
You will scare people away if you do.
Yes.
So he rushes off to the back, yells for the cook. Food starts to get whipped up. As you sit,
I would like to look around to see if anyone's paying attention to us to try to overhear any conversations.
you want to overhear their conversations,
see if
or you're
anyone's
seeing if anybody is trying to
anyone's-
overhear
yes.
yours.
Yes.
Yeah. You look around. It's easy enough to see that there are patrons in here, some of which who are talking and some of which are kind of nervous, nervously looking at you. Some of them not so nervously, but curiously looking at you. And yeah, you guys, you
I raise my mug to everyone who looks at us.
Don't draw attention.
Well, they're looking anyway, Tolo.
They don't return, but they upon seeing that you acknowledge their snoopiness, they in turn, each of them turn back to their meals and their company, if they have company. But there's a number of people in there, and a good portion of them have been trying to snoop, so to speak.
It was a mummy.
Awkward. Don't say that again, please.
If anyone has any questions, ask him.
Thank you, Awkward.
Korean, you need a bath. You stink.
Thank you, Tolobi.
I'd like to go down and see if there's more purple mist.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh, 20.
Is that a
Natural?
natural 20?
It's 19 plus 1, so is that a natural 20?
No, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20!
That's 20's good though.
Yeah.
You look around and you don't necessarily see any purple mist in the room. But yeah, you don't see any purple mist. That's what you're looking for. You don't see any. So you guys find yourselves like the Avengers at the end of that one Avengers movie as they sit and eat their shawarma. Remember that?
No,
never mind. So you're relaxing.
People are avenging something?
No.
Oh.
You are.
Yes.
Aren't you the event? No. So you're relaxing, waiting, having some casual conversation. Your drinks are brought out. Your food is brought out. And you enjoy a good, hearty meal on the house. And yeah, it's close to 10:30, we'll say. What do you do?
Well, my friends, I would like to rest.
And bathe.
And bathe. Yes. Yes, Baracus, you have. Yes?
I would like to check outside to see if there's any purple mist lurking around the village. Just a peek. Just a peek.
Baracus' behavior is strange.
Yes.
I will go with him.
Sensing the presence.
Are you sensing something? You're sensing something right now?
It just feels funny. A feeling I felt before.
Ha ha funny or?
No, definitely not ha funny. More like, oh no, I could get killed funny.
Oh, well, that's not funny.
It's not funny.
So I'm going to check outside the restaurant.
Okay.
If there's any purple
So you go outside and you take a moment to peer around.
Yes.
And you give me a perception check.
60.
It's dark, and it's a fairly clear night. Not a lot of cloud in the sky, but you don't have any indication that there's been a purple, misty presence.
Okay. Yes, that's fine. We can rest.
Excellent. Oscar!
Yes.
We all have rooms.
You do have rooms, yes. Do you, we have many rooms available. Do you need individual rooms?
That would be nice.
Individual rooms.
Yes.
Yes.
To me, it matters less. I just can't go home to my.
I heard about that, Awkward.
ruins.
I apologize for that. That's well, I don't apologize. I'm not responsible, but I'm sorry for your loss. That's dreadful. Yes, I will. I have 4 rooms made up for each of you.
4 for each.
No, 1 for each.
Oh,
Yes.
4 would be.
So that's fine.
Well,
That would be a little excessive.
I know we did a very, very wonderful thing for you, Oscar.
You did, and frankly, I don't know how to repay it apart from what I have to offer in room and board. So, thank you. I appreciate it. So you each make your way up to your respective rooms. You're
Would
each
you like
given
to
a...
all come into my room for a second?
Why?
This better not be for a strange hug.
I think we should talk just a second about this purple mist.
And remember, you do have other stuff that could be divvied out.
Oh, and we have other stuff that we need to divvy out.
What's stuff?
So come, gather in my room.
Okay.
As long as there's no hugging involved.
Okay, first friend.
So we got this leather pouch that seems to be full of sand, but possibly we should open it.
Wouldn't hurt it.
Can anyone detect magic?
I don't know if anybody has detect magic specifically as a spell, but you could use one of you could use like an Arcana check to sense any kind of subtle enchantment.
Who's high
anybody-
intelligence?
Does anybody wish to do that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Me too. Let's do it. I'm rolling like a boss. 15.
15. Yeah. There is a subtle enchantment to this bag.
So I
of
think that
dust.
this bag might be magical.
So we probably shouldn't open it.
Well, you already have because you know there's sand in it.
Well, but there's sand. And it's magical sand. I
Great
think
work.
this might be magical sand. Baracus, you're versed in magic, are you not? On war?
Warlocks.
I'm surprised he hasn't
There's
asked
spell-
if the sand is purple.
They're as much of a spellcaster as you are.
Yeah.
Baracus, is there any purple stuff coming off this sand?
I don't know. Let me find out. Ooh. 19.
No.
No.
You had me very full of anticipation.
Yes.
Well, would you like to hold on to this
I
sand?
shall.
It's magical. I think it's magical.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take it.
One thing I will allow because there's a spell called Identify, which allows you to identify the magical properties of something. I don't think any of you have it. And so I allow, if something is enchanted, for you to basically kind of rest with it and allow that communion with the object
Osmosis.
to kind of allow it to kind of reveal itself to you
Osmosis.
over a long rest. So
Would it help if we ate the sand?
No.
No awkward. And don't use it for your sheep droppings, etc. For your animals, the ones that are still alive. I'm reminding you that you have animals that are still alive, Hawkwood.
Yes. You're not helping
Corian.
the situation.
Your bedside manner is lacking.
I'm sorry. I'm almost dead.
Oh.
Perhaps you should
Seems
bathe.
like you're always almost dead.
True.
Yeah. That's because I just go running into battle.
Yes, you're quite ambitious.
Yes. I know.
For being who you are.
Hawkwood, you can do
Probably
whatever you want.
suspicious.
Perhaps you should learn martial arts instead of music.
All right.
No offense.
Hawkwood, don't eat the sand, please.
I will not eat the sand. Just trying what Corian keeps trying as a joke to lighten the social mood.
Yes.
Did not
That's what
work.
I'm trying to do, Hawkwood. It's because I care about you. And that's not a joke.
No hugs.
I won't. You sure you don't want to do that?
Nah,
ASMR hug.
no, thank
No
you.
one wants to-
So we also have a wand, something that looks like a wand. Would anyone like to study this?
Yeah, this is probably like a foot and a half long. It's a very simple looking, tapered at one end rod.
Does
anyone have more than a +2 history or arcana?
Are we all pretty much like
That's what I have.
No, same.
dodo birds?
+2.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would anyone like to investigate this with me? Just try to see what it is.
Yes.
Thank you, first friend. 7.
Ooh. 21.
let him roll from now on. Yeah, this is definitely an enchanted object of some kind. You can tapping into tapping into your skill in touching the weave of magic, so to speak. You can definitely sense an enchantment associated with this object.
Yes. Well, I'm going to hold on to this one for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So I take the wand.
All right.
And I give it to you,
Yes.
somewhat reluctantly.
And I put it in my.
Is there? I mean, don't you have like a bow and a?
Yes, I do. I know, I do. It's
What
just,
kind of
I
boat?
All right.
no harsh feelings. Just
He wears a bow in his
it's a
hair.
wand.
Yes.
Wands are interesting.
Well, it's still in our group.
I understand. Listen, everyone. I'm tired and I'm really wounded.
Stink.
Yes, and I think I need to bathe. I need a bath. But so Bryce, it's purple mist. May I? Would bardic inspiration help in his remembrance of this? Is there?
Probably not.
Okay.
Perhaps you can point the wand at the sand.
Not a bad idea.
What? What if it animates a creature, a deathly creature?
I have both. Okay. I'm going to point the wand at the sand. We'll see what happens.
Fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. And I just do it.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Did you feel anything?
Nothing happens.
Okay. All right.
No.
What if you throw the sand on the wand?
Or stir. Or eat.
So far.
We're not eating the sand.
I mean, I could. I'll sprinkle some sand on the wand. How's that? I'll sprinkle some sand on the wand.
So you're just gonna kind of do this.
Yes.
Okay.
Sprinkle some sand on the wand.
Okay. You get a pinch of the sand out and you sprinkle it over the wand, and it looks like sand, but it's more like a dust as it comes out of your fingers, and it once it leaves your fingers, it plumes into the air, and you inhale some of it, and you immediately fall asleep.
Oh no!
What? Brachus!
Is he dead?
I don't know. I put my hand to check if he's alive.
He's alive.
Oh. No, he's alive.
Okay.
Baracus! I tap his face.
Harder.
Nothing. A
Harder.
little harder. Can I do it one more time harder?
No.
Does anyone have... Okay, I'm going to pour some water on his face.
Perhaps he's just tired.
It must have been something with the sand.
Sleeping potion.
Did we notice that? Could we see it? That happened? You could
Yeah.
see that it like whoosh,
Yeah.
goes up to. Will nobody do anything with that sand? Anything else with the sand?
What if he's asleep forever?
That would be bad. Well, we should maybe check in the morning if this is where it's all.
I guess he's sleeping in your room then. We don't need 4.
Well, no, I'll go sleep in his room.
Okay.
I pick him up. Will someone help me, please, to pick him up?
I'm not very strong.
Am I strong enough to pick him up?
I don't know. What's your strength?
I mean, my strength is +1.
You need a little help.
Will someone please help me to pick him up?
I'm -1.
I will also help
Many hands make light work, my
pick
friends.
him up.
That's what my father used to say in the mines.
Are you putting him on the bed?
Yes.
Okay. So you get together and armpits and ankles. You get him up on the bed. It's a little tough because his tail is kind of lolling about underneath him. You got to position that thing a little bit. You don't know how
I would put him on his
tieflings.
side.
Put him on his side,
So his tail
facing the
is-
wall. Sure. Okay.
I gently tuck him in
You gently tuck him in. Great.
to covers.
This takes you, I don't know, you're at this for about 5 minutes, and he begins to stir. and wake up.
Effort wasted.
Yes.
Baracus.
What?
You fell asleep.
You've been asleep for minutes.
I did.
Yes.
Did you have any dreams?
No, I don't dream.
Wait, this reminds me of. I'm gonna pull out the journal. What?
You were literally asleep after sprinkling the dust onto the wand. You instantly fell asleep. Do you not recall?
Do you feel groggy?
No, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you feel
Tools for easing the sleep and silence of potential subjects. From Rector Harold, he talks about his tools for sleep and silence. This is probably part of his tools. Yes, like a sleeping powder that he would probably.
I kind of like it.
Fall asleep and
Don't get addicted, Baracus.
yes, don't get addicted, Baracus.
I'm not getting.
Perhaps someone else should hold.
Should I hold the
magic
sand,
dust.
Baracus?
I'll hold on to the sand. It's fine.
Don't snort the sand,
I'm
Baracus.
not
And don't
snort
eat the sand.
Yes, and I was
Now
definitely
I'm
not eating
even
it.
more tempted.
It's for
Perhaps
someone
one
who's
of us
sleep
should hold the
deprived.
sand.
Baracus, should I hold the sand?
No, I
Baracus,
no, I
give
can
him
hold
the
on to it. I
sand.
can hold on to it. I can hold on to it. It's good to have. Good to have.
Baracus, will you leave the sand in the bag?
Yes, yeah. Yes. I'll leave the sand in the bag. It's fine. It's it's good to have. Good to be there.
Yes, it could be a useful tool.
It's got a very useful tool. Very useful.
Let's go to sleep naturally tonight.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like to rest.
okay. So you shoo everyone out of your room. They all go to your rooms. You make your way in, and you all peacefully after some days of hard trekking and fighting. Deep sleep falls upon all of you very, very quickly. Not even without the help of magic dust, as we call it.
Sneak.
Okay.
No.
Sneak of dust.
So,
I just need a taste.
Baracus,
Yes.
as you sleep, you find in the farthest reaches of your hardly wakeful mind while you're sleeping, you feel an odd scratch in your psyche. And you recognize within yourself, under your shirt, this crystal, this red crystal that you've been given by your patron of sorts. You recognize in your sleep that it begins to burn very, very, very intensely. Not enough that you wake up, but you do feel it burning. And then you begin to have a very involved dream where you can feel your body flying and cascading through space and time even. And you and it's not painful, but it is jarring and strange. And ultimately, as you come to a stop, you find yourself standing in a vast library. It's in a vast library in the halls of a giant iron fortress, and this is ugly. There's nothing appealing about the design of this dreadful place. You look around, and immediately there is this totally and completely overwhelming, oppressive sense of terror that falls upon you. And then standing before you is a being. He is a tall, He's a tall, slender, handsome older man, dark pupilless eyes. He has a trimmed goatee, long white mustache. His skin is like a dark charcoal. And he has these two small horns that protrude out of the top of his head. He's wearing like very conservative dark robes and a cloak. And he holds in his two hands this long, menacing rod. It's this iron, heavy, rigid shaped rod with a kind of an orb shape on the top and a single spike coming out of it. And all you can do with this feeling of dread as you have found yourself here and seen this being is your body curls up and you're forced into this bowing, kneeling position before this being. And he says to you, "Well met, my devilish young master. We have spoken so little, apart from my counsel to guide you and bring you to this pitiful little town of Renfeld. But allow me to give you a bit more of an introduction, much more so than you've had in the past, of course. I am Dispater, the Lord of Dis. And if you don't know who that is, I am the Lord of the second level of the Nine Hells. And you are right to fear me, young one.
The purple mist.
No, it is not me in the purple mist. And only talk when I tell you to talk.
Sorry.
You have an odd sense of adventure. It's cute how you mortals seek for this fickle thing. But I wish to grant you a quenching of this thirst for adventure. I have chosen you, my dear child of Asmodeus. We have a pact, you and I. I gave you the power you sought. And you sometimes do me the simplest of favors. Now, you must understand that even one such as I have some enemies. Even the grandest have those who seek their downfall. And if I have enemies, so do you. I have need of your help, and trust me, I would do it myself, but I am currently banned from stepping foot on your pitiful little plane of existence. I need you to do one thing for me. One thing for now. I need you to find and squash the cult of the Queen. I know they are nearby you. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where they are. I don't sense them directly near you, of course, but they are near. And I need you, as one of my agents in that pitiful little world of yours, to possibly move beyond Renfeld and find them. They seek something that would prove very troublesome to me. This consistent, pulsing sense of dread continues to overwhelm you, but it has lessened a little bit to a point where you are able to look up at him. We will not talk often like this, but I have such a task for you. I figured now is a time then we should meet on a more formal occasion. And, considering that this may be one of the last times we speak directly to one another, I will allow you to open your mouth and ask any questions you might have.
What if I don't?
What if you don't? Well, let me just say that you have been granted exceptional power from me. There are repercussions when one has made arrangements with one such as myself. You do not turn your back on an archdevil of the 9 hells. And as he says that, there's like this silent explosion of like a gray shroud that leaves him and comes and envelops you, and it's like it just shocks your body with pain and anguish. You are mine, young Baracus. I don't care for your pitiful little plane. I don't want your world. I'm happy here, in my home, in the hells. But I'm not happy when those who think they might be as good as me seek for a little more power. So I need your help. This is why I've given you the power you have. And you will use it as I dictate.
What does the Queen's cult possess that you want?
They do not possess it yet. They seek for it.
What is it?
They seek for a thing of great power. A thing that would grant even the devils the ability to stand against their oppressors. They seek a piece of courage. And if you don't know what that is, I suggest you figure it out on your own. Now, I feel as though I've given you enough time here in my home, in my vast library. We will not talk very much after this. You can seek me, but you will most likely not find me. However, if I have the need of another favor, you will know when I send my word to you.
And you have nothing to do with the Purple Mist.
I care not for the silly things of your world, and the silly maneuverings of silly, insignificant worms in your world.
Insignificant worms.
That's what I said. Are you going to keep repeating me, or shall I damn you?
No. What would you consider something worm?
An insignificant worm.
Insignificant worm. What would you consider an insignificant worm?
Well, you were, before I granted you that little crystal around your neck. And almost every other being on, what is it called? Hith? There are so many things happening around you. I don't know why any of you bother trying. I think we are done here. I need to get back to my studies. And you need to go back to sleep. And as he says that, your vision begins to darken and fade, and you find yourself slipping back towards where you came from. back into your sleeping consciousness in your bed. And the crystal cools down as your dream fades. And you wake up the next morning, all of you, refreshed.
How's our hit points?
Hit points back to full.
Hit points are back to full.
Nice. That was good.
Quite a relief.
Hit points are back to full. Spell slots are back to full. You have kind of come to an understanding of what these magic items are. One of which you kind of figured out.
I check my bag of dust to see if I've taken any. No, I'm good. Okay. Ooh. That was really
I go out of the room, go to knock on everyone's door.
Okay. How do you all respond?
I'll knock on Baracus' door first.
1 second. I'm getting my things together and putting the sleeping dust in one away. 1 second.
Baracus, let's go get some breakfast.
Yes, I'll be right there. Just clean this up. Okay. I open the door.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
Shall we eat some breakfast?
Yes.
Great, let's get the others. I knock on Hawkwood's door.
What?
Hawkwood, would you like to join us for breakfast?
There are no hugs involved. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. And then Toliv's door.
Are you there?
Korean, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Toliv, I say your name properly every time.
Elves never forget.
Well, do elves ever forgive?
No.
Are you saying you will never forgive me?
Let's eat.
Alright, let's go eat.
Okay. So you go down, and it's probably 9 o'clock in the morning. You've had a good long rest. Long rests are usually about 8 hours. You guys took a little extra time. Yeah, you know, there's a good group of people here, which was kind of surprising for a work day, so to speak. A lot of animated talking. A lot of people sitting around, nursing juice and coffee, and and you smell the smell of morning foods, like sizzling bacon, eggs, things of that nature. So
yes.
Yeah.
Is there a table of a particularly animated group of people who are talking?
There are.
I would like to go up to that table.
Okay.
How many?
There's 3 people at the table.
Right. Good morning, my friends.
Good morning. Good
morning.
Sir. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I feel very rested. How about you? I noticed there's an animated feel to the morning inn this morning.
Oh, you haven't heard the news?
No, we've slept very soundly.
Well,
last
you
night.
sir need to wake up a little earlier.
What happened?
Well, the town watch and the hide guard, they've returned. They've come back.
The town watch and the hide guard have returned.
The hide guard, yes.
Oh, the hide guard.
Yes, the hidesmen.
Where were they?
They were taking care of a territorial dispute, as we keep being told.
Ah.
Yeah, they just barely returned. They've just moments ago. They've returned through the northern gate.
That's a good gate.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Did you hear there were wargs at that gate?
Yes, we defeated them.
Yes, that was us.
Huzzah!
My
Thank
friends.
you.
Great. Come, friends.
Yes.
You might
Yes.
know Hawkwood.
Hello.
Familiar with Hawkwood? Yes. How are you, Hawkwood?
Same.
Yes.
And this
Yes.
is my friend Toliv.
No!
This is my compatriot,
Christina.
Toliv. I'm sorry?
Christina.
Christina.
Sorry, I'm
Good
sorry.
to meet you.
Christina is one who sometimes who can be very hard to love. That's what it's a slip of the tongue.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
that's.
And I'm Baracus. Hello, how are you?
I'm very good, sir.
Yes, I was a part of the whole walk thing.
Mm.
May I have a plate of rare meat?
This is not.
I am a patron of this establishment. Me and my 3 friends, we.
You are the same to me.
Are you?
That's funny.
You
You are just the same to me.
I do get mistaken for Oscar on occasion, but feel free to talk to Rose. She might be able to help you get the food you desire. Yes, well,
So the time. Why is this so exciting?
well, they've been gone. They've been gone for weeks,
Right.
and frankly, it was a little nerve-wracking. not having,
The Hide's God.
the hide
Hide
guard. Yeah,
Hide
I mean,
God.
do you know of the hide guard?
No, I don't. Who's the Hide God? Do I?
Well,
do I
that-
know the Hide?
no.
Okay.
The patron briefly explains to you that the law enforcement in the village is divided between the Hide Guard and the village watch. The Hide Guard is more of a specialized contingent of military. You'll find them all throughout the kingdom, everywhere.
Who does the Hide God work for?
They work for us, but I understand your
Who
question.
controls them? Who orders them?
Well, they are a delegated contingent of specialized law enforcement from the capital of each province.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, you're new to this region, aren't you?
I'm new to Renville. Yes.
Yes. Well, yes. The Hide Guard is it's just brings me a feeling of comfort knowing
good
they're
to have
back
them
because
back.
it's yes.
Of
I mean,
course it is.
the Village Watch is good. There's many more of the Village
My friend,
Watch.
let's be honest. Some of the Village Watch do a lot less watching and a lot more sleeping
Indeed. Yes.
and eating.
What was the dispute they just returned from?
Oh, the territorial dispute.
Yes, the terrible dispute. What was it?
I don't know. They're a little quiet on that, and that's
They're quiet on that.
yeah. I tried to bug them. I tried to bug them earlier, but as soon as because I was walking into the inn, I saw them coming. In their organized regiments returning to town. I know one of the watchmen. Well, I know a bunch of the watchmen, but they said they couldn't say, and they told me if I had any questions, I'd go ask the Hide Guard, and I don't ask the Hide Guard. Don't want to get on their bad side.
I'm curious like a cat. Where is the Hide God now?
Well, they're all throughout town. I mean, the Reeve has a contingent of Hide Guard that works for him specifically, and they have their barracks, and they have I suppose I don't know how law enforcement goes specifically, but they have their assigned duties throughout the town as local law enforcement. I mean, there may be some outside right now. I don't know.
I'm going to check outside. Now.
You're going to go outside.
Yeah, I'm just going to check outside to see what's going on.
You're gonna talk to the Hide Guard?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Why not?
Well, hopefully you get farther questioning them than I ever dare to.
Okay.
But that's
thank
that's what we're talking about.
Excellent.
Yes,
Well, thank you.
we're excited that they've returned to town.
Great.
So
Yes.
Great, thank you for letting us know.
I'm
you're
going
very welcome.
I'll walk out with you, Bryce.
Oh, cool. All right.
What are you two doing?
I'll stay and have my breakfast.
Okay.
I will stay as well.
Okay.
All right. I go outside.
So you go outside, and there are 2 Hide Guardsmen standing right outside the door. They're not like beefeaters. They're just that's where they're stationed for the moment, and they're kind of casually looking throughout the town. Oh, morning.
Oh, yes. Hello, gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm quite new here, and I like to stick my nose in things. I heard recently that there was a territorial dispute that you were involved in, yes. And I I'm just curious. What was that territorial dispute about?
You weren't lying when you said you were nosy.
He's my nosy friend, yes.
Yeah. I'm afraid I can't tell you.
Oh,
but
well, listen. I mean, we are visitors here, and it's we love what goes on in this town. We've been helpful to the town as well, and in fact, it's too bad you haven't been in town because I've been performing at the inn, and
you are a performer.
I'm a bard. Yes, I am a bard.
Oh,
yes, I'm a bard. Very, very fantastic. In fact, you should come. You should come. In the evenings, you can come and we'll do a special number for the return of the High Guard.
Ned, you want to catch a little entertainment tonight? Do you do comedy?
Please.
My first friend.
Ask
Let me tell you about my first friend. He's a comedic genius.
Okay, tell me a joke.
Right. Okay. Well, so an orc walks into an inn and says, I would like some mead, and the bartender says, sorry, orc, we do not serve orcs here. And the orc says, well, I guess I'll just have to tell a tall tale. So an orc walks into an inn and says, I'd like some mead, and the bartender says, sorry, we do not serve orcs here. And the orc says, well, I guess we'll have to hoof it out of here. Some orcs have hooves. They have sometimes orcs have a little mutation of hooves.
My first friend is hilarious.
Thank you.
Yes. I have one.
Oh yes. My friend has also been practicing.
I am really quite new to jokes. A tiefling walked out of an inn and asked, "What happened the other night?"
He's training. I have another one.
Yes. What was the territorial dispute about?
I have another one. An elf walks into a bar, and the elf says, "Barkeep, please, I would like, we would like some." And the barkeep says, "Sorry, we do not serve elves here." And the elves say, "Well, that is a very pointed way of not giving us what we want." Because they
have the ears.
Yes.
The funny.
Yes.
Brock, tell another joke.
There's not a lot of elves in this town.
Tell another joke.
Sure.
So anyway, my friend, so as you can see, we like to have fun in games, but it does no harm to tell us what the territorial dispute was about. We've heard there's a territorial dispute. I'm trying to use my charm. A territorial dispute, but
well, come on. What was really? What was going on?
You tell us. It's not like we'll tell anyone.
What was going on?
You give me a persuasion check.
Good to get on.
I mean, this is really unlucky to not.
Really do this.
21.
Yes.
Oh.
Ned? Ned looks over at him. He looks around. You didn't hear it from me.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear it from me. But, and I'm breaking protocol here. There is a ruin of a small town south of here, on the edge of the Illwood. This ancient ruin. Well, ancient's a strong word, but it's a ruin of a town. It was once called Crest Haven. It's full of, strangely enough, orcs. I thought maybe you had heard. That's why you told me the orc-filled joke. Anyways, yeah, there's a orcs have moved in to this village.
Really?
And it's just south of the kingdom border. So technically they're not encroaching upon the property of the province, but I mean, they're orcs. There's hundreds of them, and that's. He looks around, kind of catching himself thinking. They claim to be peaceful, and
The orcs do.
They do. Which they claim to be peaceful, but
Orcs are
they're
peaceful.
orcs.
The only piece that an orc likes is a piece of human meat.
Yes. Or that's pretty good. Yeah. But seriously, we're talking about hundreds of orcs.
Really? Are they
And-
setting up a camp? Or they?
Oh, they are. They're taking over the ruin of the town.
Like they're turning it into an orc town.
They are. They claim to be peaceful.
Do they have weapons?
Well, yes. They didn't use them on us.
Right.
We attempted diplomacy of sorts. I mean,
How did it go? Do you know?
I don't know how it went, but
But you didn't fight.
we didn't end up fighting. We were prepared to, but we didn't, which is kind of surprising.
Was it? So you had your? Who was commanding you? You had your leader who came.
Well, we have our captain of
Yes.
our contingent here in the town, Captain Molt, Tiankum Molt.
Oh, tank of malt. That's great.
He's a fine man, fine soldier. And there was a contingent from Pite and from other various towns. Roundabout, not just from this region, but from others. It's scary. I would admonish you, beg you, do not let word of this spread around town. We would have
My lips is
mass hysteria. But you asked.
How far of a journey is it?
Cresthaven?
Yes.
It's probably from here on horseback. 3 or 4 days.
Oh wow! So it's quite a ways.
Yeah, probably 3 days if you really
Ride hard.
ride hard. Yeah. So.
Did we leave?
Wait,
Did
you're
we-
not. Don't go.
Why would we?
I mean, you've got a sword and a bow and
And the loot.
a lute. But there's 2 of you, and that's a town
And
full of
hundreds of
orcs.
orcs.
Yes.
Did we leave a contingency down there to make sure they're not going to?
There is the kingdom left behind a diplomatic retinue. But we were called back. It was determined we were no longer needed, and frankly,
Well, I'll tell you, the townspeople are very happy to have you back in town.
well,
So
we are kind of a big
they
deal.
don't trust the night watch.
The,
We
oh,
had to help the night
the
watch.
village watch.
The village watch, yes. The night watch, yes.
Well, the
village watch, yes.
they're decent enough, but you had to help them?
Yes, we had to help them. Did you hear Did you hear what happened when you were gone?
No, I just got back to town about an hour ago.
Of course, you haven't heard.
We've been cleaning up here.
Yes, Brockus, tell them what happened.
There was some wargs that attacked.
Wargs?
Yes. And we took it. Wargs. And we took
Like big wolves.
Like
yes,
wargs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds dreadful.
Yes, and we had to help the guards take care of them.
Yes, no thanks to the village watch. Right. What were they watching? The waistline getting larger?
And we didn't
this guy. We're gonna come watch you tonight.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
you didn't help us either, but we did win.
You good? Well, that's. I'm glad to hear that. Wait, who are you?
Corian. Hello.
Corian.
Corian.
Good.
Corian the Bard.
Well met, Corian. And you?
The new guy.
He's my friend.
Corian's friend.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Wonderful to have you back in town. If there's anything
Apparently,
you need,
it's good to have you in town as well.
we would be happy to help if there's anything you need.
Okay.
Where do you have headquarters here in the town? It's like a
We have our barracks, and we have the courthouse, which is a part of the Reeves estate.
Captain Molt might be around.
Captain Molt is around. He's here. He led our contingent back into the town.
Well,
As you-
yes.
Go ahead.
No, please. I stepped
No,
on you.
you didn't step on me. As you're having this conversation, a member of the City Watch, Town Watch, comes running up to this soldier and he gives gives a quick salute. He's kind of awkward. Right? He's a little young. He's probably 19 years old. And he says, "Yes, soldier. What do you need?" And he comes up to him and he whispers into his ear. And you can't hear what he says. And as he's talking, this soldier's like, "Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm." He looks at you too. "Mm-hmm. Good. Return to your post." Well, interesting developments here in the village. It seems that the Reeve has decided to put the village on military lockdown. No leaving. For the safety of the village.
Mm.
It probably has something to do with,
Yeah. Yes. Rhymes with spork.
Yes, rhymes with orc.
That's actually the word. Yes. That's all right. You'll get it.
So, military lockdown. Yes. Which means I need, everyone is encouraged to stay in town.
Encouraged.
Yes. Yes, encouraged. We will be sending deployments of Village Watch out to the outlying farms and having them, encouraging them to find their way into the village. Just to kind of keep everyone closer and safe. I don't have all the details yet, but I think it has something to do with the fact that hundreds of orcs are 3 days ride away. So, one last thing before I run, because I have some duties I need to get to and some orders to disseminate through the troops. The Reeve wants to see you too. Apparently there's 4 of you.
Yes, there are. They're inside. I'm going to go eat something before I go to see the Reeve.
Oh, you better be quick.
Okay.
If you don't show up soon, someone will come find you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Commander.
And he bolts and he runs.
Great. Let's
you return into the
get
inn.
some food and go talk to the others. We walk inside.
Yeah.
Total Hawkwood.
Well, we're finished. We're ready to go.
Did you leave me anything?
Ate an entire meal without talking at all. That's
fine. The Reeve wants to see all of us.
Great, let's go.
Well, I want to eat first. Do you want to eat?
I sometimes do intermittent fasting.
Oh, that's how you keep such a svelte figure.
Yes.
Oscar, Rosa, Rose.
Yes.
Can I take a plate of food with me?
Take a plate of food with you.
Yes, we have to leave. We have to go.
Like a.
May I
takeaway?
Yes,
food?
like as if I'm going to go somewhere.
Just give him a baguette. He'll be fine.
I will find a basket for you.
The Reeve does not like to be kept waiting.
No, you should never let the Reeve wait.
No, of course you didn't. Abby Marie, thank you for hosting. Abby Marie.
Thank you, Abby Marie. So Rose hustles back. She gets a basket. She brings it out and she puts your bread and your sausages.
Yes, sausages.
And your honey butter. Yeah. Maybe a wax sealed cup of hot coffee. I don't know.
Marmalade.
No. Nobody has that. That's disgusting. And you have it to go.
Hey, Abby Marie, new follower. Abby Marie, 91. May 1991 be the year that you will always remember as the year of fun in 1991.
I was born then.
Oh. Were you really? Okay.
To Marlon and Abby Marie, 91.
Yes.
May your love forever be sealed in the annals of time.
It was the year that I squeezed out of my mother.
Okay.
I'm
starting to feel really old.
And Marlon share a picture of squeezing out the nuts.
I was a junior in high school when you were born.
Yes. It was quite the year.
So
Yes. So with the basket of food, shall we all hightail it? Okay.
So you make your way through town. You leave the inn. You pass the basically the center of town, which is there's a small market there. You've seen all these things before, right? You pass a Reed Fat Rabbit's home, which he's there's not a lot of bakery smells coming out of it.
Oh yeah, Fat Rabbit. Man.
Yep. You make your way to the Reeves estate, where he holds his council, so to speak. And you're escorted. I mean, you're expected. The hide guard that are there on guard duty, they see you for immediately, and they escort you up into the.
I've been eating the food.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You've got some marmalade dripping and this kind of thing. Butter, honey butter.
Caviar.
And you were brought up to this room, and the hide guard, who has been escorting you through the building, he says, "Wait right here. I shall return shortly." And he leaves you, and he opens the door, and he walks into this room, closes it behind him, and a minute goes by, and he returns out. He says, "The council will see you." So he opens the door and ushers you into this large council room. This is where the Reeve would have met you before, but that was very informal. And this is as you enter the room, you can tell immediately this is a bit more of a formal circumstance. And it's not just in the Reeve in the room. There, he has 4 hides guards, one at each corner of the room, all kind of standing in the corner with long pikes, facing inward, very resolute, very no-nonsense look on their faces. And sitting around a table, you see the Reeve, and you see 3 other people. You see Felicia, Darkwater. You see Delg, Thunderspark. And you see Sister Hanali, the High Priestess of the Church of the Missing Lady.
The Church of the Missing Lady with Percival. No, Tolan. No, Roland. I wish I'd saved some honey butter for Roland.
Yes, and so you're ushered into this room. And
what is her name again?
Sister Hanali.
Sister Hanali.
Yes. Roland's boss, essentially, at the church. So you're ushered into this room, and you see this delegation, this council in front of you, and they stand, and the Reeve says, "Welcome, please come in. Thank you for being so prompt."
Thank you. Would you like a bit of my roll with honey butter? It's fantastic. It's from Oscar's Inn.
No, thank you.
Great.
I appreciate that. Indeed. Welcome. Please come in. Have a seat, all of you. We have much to discuss. Do you come in?
Yes. Let's come in.
Yes.
Let's sit down.
Okay. As you do so, the 4 hides guards each take a step closer. I mean, they're still quite a ways away. It's a big room. Yes. But they do take a step closer, which is a little unnerving because, they're at very, very alert attention. And
I would like to look around to see if there are any other hides guards behind us.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay. That would be 5.
Okay. You only see soldiers in the 4 corners of the room.
Okay. One in each corner.
One in each corner. Yeah. Very stern, very serious. They have their armor and like their tabards. They're very distinct. They're well fashioned. They have a distinct brown and yellow design to them with like a stylized like bear paw claw on the insignia on the chest. Underneath, they have their their armor, their scale mail, whatever it might be.
Do they look different than the ones we talked to?
No, they're dressed the same. They're dressed the same. They're the same soldiers. They do look different from the Village Watch. The Village Watch also have a consistent look to them, but it's not quite as nice. It's it's just they're all just kind of armored out with some consistent looking armor and helmets. The Reeve says, "Thank you for joining us. There's some ugly business here in town, and you've been involved in all of it. And frankly, I'm not sure what to do about it. We need to have a talk."
Ho, Delg.
Hey!
How's the hammer?
It's safe.
Great.
How's your loot?
Happy to have it.
Hmm.
Hello, Felicia.
It is good to see you.
Good to see you. Enjoying being alive.
Yes, I am. Thank you very
Fantastic.
much. It's been absolutely wonderful being back. And
Yes.
the Reeve says, "Yes, it is wonderful."
And
having
you,
you back."
sister, madam, you are?
I am Sister Hanali.
Ah.
She's she looks like she's mid-60s, late 60s. She has, pointed ears. She's a half elf. She's not fully elven, but she's has a very elegant, very regal look about her. She's a woman of hearty faith. You can sense that about her, being who you are. Yes, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Roland, you deal with Roland, do you not?
I do. Roland is very faithful.
Yes, Roland was fantastic in helping us to find you, Felicia.
Yes, Roland was a big help. Yes, Roland, as Sister Hanali says, I'm glad he was able to help. I sent him specifically to try and bring our Felicia back to us, and I'm glad that everything worked out. I do wish to talk to you about some things.
Great, that would be great.
And the Reeve cuts in. He says, yes, that's all good and well. We all want to talk to them about things. But we have a problem here in town.
And it seems, Reeve, that these problems have been ameliorated by us. I notice a little bit of aggression.
Yes, let's let him talk.
Okay,
What?
let him talk. I just wanted to set the table to let you know that these people possibly would not be standing in this room alive without us in this town.
First fight, you guys have a lot.
Delg is nodding.
Without Baracus.
Delg is nodding. Felicia is nodding. Sister Hanali is just sitting there with her hands like this, touching her lips. Very calm, very. And the Reeve says, indeed.
So if you could ask your guardsmen to step back.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Okay.
So
I will ask them not to step forward.
Perfect.
Yes.
Totally, you okay with that?
What do you want with us?
To the point.
She took the words right. Oh, is that a pun on her looks?
okay, first
It is
friend.
not. It is not.
Excuse him.
Let's let him talk first, friend.
There was a mummy.
Thank you for your. Thank you for that.
I don't know quite what to do with that. But yes, I appreciate your directness.
Yes.
I'd like to hear from you about some of the things that you've been involved in around the town. A report, if you will. Yes?
That's why you brought us here. Just to hear.
It's part of the reason why I brought you here.
What's the other part?
Let's get to that in a moment.
Oh,
What's been going on?
why do you want...
No one appreciates more that you so promptly and so efficiently helped bring Felicia back to us. Unfortunately, he looks over at her. She has retired. That offer is still on the table, by the way. And she looks at him and just kind of, clenches her jaw a little bit. Yes, we appreciate that. We really do. There's been some other craziness in town. Things we've never seen before.
Likewise.
Are we being accused of something?
No. Not yet. Well, let's say, this is a small town. Word gets around. And maybe, let me put it a different way. There are rumors, and I've brought you here in an effort to hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak, and to squash rumors, what we need to hear from each of you. Frankly, there's been terribly, terribly troubling things happening as of late. Terribly troubling. You have no idea the things that weigh on my mind. He's lost in thought for a moment. Wargs, we don't have animals attacking us like this. This is crazy. We've discussed that already, of course, and hopefully you've taken advantage of my generosity in rewarding you because of this.
Thank you very much.
But I mean, now we have unexplained thievery in town. We have missing people in town. We have walking dead people in our town. Hawkward, I'm terribly sorry that you know that I refer to your homestead.
Yes.
These are things that do not happen in Renfeld. They don't happen. I can't allow it to happen.
They did happen, and you wouldn't have anyone left if we had not acted in the way we did.
Again, right to the point.
Yes,
Very
you know, and Delg is like, yes, you know, doing this kind of thing, and Felicia is just kind of like, you know, really scrutinizing, measuring everything that you say. I understand that, yes, but you have to understand my position. I am a government official here, and the people, I have to answer to the people, and frankly, the people think that you are somehow responsible.
And we've promised.
Well, these things, again, please look at it from my perspective. None of these crazy things happened until you four showed up. Well, you three, Hawkward, you were here all along, but somehow you've gotten yourself involved with these individuals.
So we're being blamed.
Some are blaming you. Yes.
Who?
Oh, numerous people throughout town.
Did they blame Hawkward? He is one of them.
This is true.
Hawkward has been mentioned amongst the group, and I have heard of such. And Hawkward, I'm sorry about that. But again, we need to. I mean, there's even this Ivy Shack thing, right, Delg? And Delg looks over. He says, "Reeve, that Ivy Shack's been around for longer than anybody in this town. That's not got to do with any of this." He says, okay. Yes.
Right. What is the Ivy Shack?
The Reeve just waves you off, but you know, Delg's like, "Hey, I'll talk to you about it later." The Reeve's like, "So, what can you tell me about all of this? Convince me that you are not involved in this. What have you discovered?" And Sister Hanali, she speaks up and she says, "Yes, I wish to know much about what you've seen, especially considering these undead." They all look at you expectantly.
Well, Hawkward?
I have been with them for many days, and I have seen no outward attempts at anything besides defending the town.
And trying to be friends.
He hugs too much.
The defending the town much better than the becoming friends, let's be honest.
Okay. Anyone else?
I didn't see anything.
You saw nothing?
Nothing.
Weren't you there helping against the wargs?
Didn't see it happen.
Marcus has a terrible memory.
Okay. We have specific accounts from town members who saw you there. You have a very distinct look about you. It's hard to miss.
No.
And you, good lady?
I would like to say that mysterious things have been going on in this town long before we arrived. People were missing. People were turned into creatures long before we were ever here. Weren't they, Corian?
Yes. They smelled something
creatures?
awful. They smelled something awful.
What is this? He calls over one of the hide guards and he whispers. Creatures?
Are you familiar with Rector Harold?
No. Should I be?
You should be.
Why should I be? Who is Rector Harold?
Of the Bone Drop Inn?
Yeah, the inn. Yes, Oscar, his establishment.
Yes, Oscar's establishment. The proprietor. Say that 5 times fast. You're gonna try.
Prior proprietor.
Yes.
Prior proprietor
Was performing experiments.
What?
Yes, I pull out his journal.
Do you hand it to him?
No.
Oh.
I open it.
Oh.
Here, read this. I'll read it to you.
Read the whole thing.
I'll read the whole thing. And I read the whole thing.
Okay.
As
that's...
a Southern Belle. My efforts to learn medicinal arts have been severely hampered.
Okay, so that's very troubling. But you're saying this was happening long before you got here. It looks
Look at
as
the
though
age of this page.
I see it. I
It's
recognize
old.
It. Yeah.
Full of mold.
Yeah. Sister Hanali, she pipes up and she's, I remember Rector. I've been around long enough. I remember him. He was a quiet, weaselly man, but he disappeared. No one saw him. You're saying that's his record?
Yes.
Talking of those filthy, awful
Yes.
things?
Experiments. Dead. We encountered the undead. Hawkwood?
A mummy.
Are these different undead?
Then
The Reeve says. Then Hawkwood's farm?
We do not know.
well, we killed the undead at Hawkwood's farm, and this is different undead that was.
Where were these undead?
These were underneath Oscar's inn.
The bone
These were in the inn.
Not
They
in, under.
Under
the bone
drop.
bone drop inn.
Bone
We
drop
had
inn.
no knowledge of this.
There was a secret door.
And
Hands.
Yes, desiccated.
A mummy.
hands.
and you are here standing before. Did you see this?
Forgive his memory.
You standing here before me?
Look at these
Uh,
2 holes in my cloak. I had to put my hands back and I had to stick my fingers out the holes like that.
Do you smell that stench?
I bathed.
It didn't help.
I don't recall.
So we've had 2 incidents of undead.
Yeah, at
Yes,
least.
and I would dare say that there are more incidents.
I do not recall.
Can I see the journal?
Nope. Hey, Zoom the hero is a new follower. Zoom the hero, where you do
Thank you, Zoom.
heroic zooms with your camera.
Or your fake camera. Yeah.
No, because
I just wish to examine it. I will give it back.
I would like to see if he's telling the truth. I would like to try to.
Roll an insight check.
I have really good insight. 14.
He seems genuine to you.
Give it to him. Let him see.
You are suspicious of us. You must
If-
understand we are also suspicious of you.
I'm not being accused of anything. Listen.
Yet.
Listen. I am on your side. I am on your side. This council is on your side.
Are you?
Yes, we are. You're not in jail. We haven't accused you of anything.
Your guards have taken a step toward us.
It does seem like you're accusing us of something.
They take a step back. They go right back to the wall. See? Better faith. Yes? What we have here is a bit of a PR problem in the town. Yes?
What?
Public relations. You have done much for this town. I recognize that. I think it's safe to say that all of us recognize that. Yes. But we have a problem. People feel as though there is trouble, and frankly, there is trouble.
Well, frankly, that's not our problem.
Then why have you been so helpful?
Because we have beautiful hearts.
I would believe that.
So
I'm going to share something with you that you are not supposed to know, but you've been of service to this town. And frankly, I need you to continue being of service to this town. There are hundreds, thousands of orcs.
Thousands.
I don't know. I'm just told what I'm told.
So first you accuse us, and now you're asking.
I never accused you of anything.
Yes,
I never accused you. I never accused you. Again, please see things from my perspective. There are rumors in the town that you are responsible. We are on your side. I recognize, the council recognizes that you have been most helpful, clearly, with the rector problem. But I would encourage you to not do anything that would give the town ammunition to accuse you of anything truly terrible.
Well, that has no weight to it unless they are of authority.
Indeed. I will be instructing people in this town to make sure everyone knows that you are to be trusted. And I hope that that will do it.
Should we encounter more undead, are we going to be back here vilified once again? Should we just let them take their...
No, please no.
Yes, possibly. Just let them run free and run wild. Let another mummy come and be everyone's mummy.
Perhaps we'll just sit back with some apple juice and watch it all happen.
I do like apple juice.
He does.
I think we're spiraling out of control here. Please, no. I mean, we do have the hide guard back, but you have been terribly helpful to our village, and I wish for there to be a good relation between myself and your group. You've done so much together here. Do you go by an aim, or what do we call you?
Well, it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Right now.
Not that it's a secret.
I mean, that's not the name.
Oh.
Well, the bottom line is, as far as myself and the council are concerned, you are a blessing to this village. It will take a little bit of effort to convince the commoners, the common folk, of the reality of this. So please be patient with them.
Why are we here?
Yes, that's a fantastic question. You've brought us here just to tell us we're going to tell people that you guys are okay.
Well, we did get sidetracked. I was hoping you would give me a bit more of an account of everything you've been involved in.
I think you know everything we've been involved in.
I don't recall.
I don't know if I do. You have one of your friends here who keeps telling me he hasn't seen anything.
Why do you keep doing that?
He has memory problems, I told you. What do you want to know specifically?
Sister Hinali. She says, Reeve, please. I wish to know more about anything you've encountered with the undead.
It's really hard to explain that with guards around, that's for sure. They tend to block my memory, all these guards.
I
will tell you.
I also want to know more about this statue
What statue?
that you found. This piece of the statue. Roland told me about it.
What statue?
White armor.
She leans over to the Reeve. She whispers in his ear. She leans over to the Reeve. She whispers in his ear. And he nods and he agrees and he motions for the guards. And they leave their posts and they walk out of the room. More good faith from us.
Well, that is. I mean, that feels much better.
Everybody's coming back.
Yes.
I'm not good around people. This is much easier.
Yeah.
Forgive me. So,
Regarding the undead, I was alone in Hawkwood's barn when suddenly I heard the whimpering of animals in the distance. I walked outside to see what was going on, and I saw the undead all over the place attacking Hawkwood's animals. I tried to set it on fire, but I was not successful. So I climbed to the roof, I took out my bow, and I took out as many of the undead as I could. Unfortunately, also hitting some of Hawkwood's animals.
It was a sacrifice that had to be made. But
Indeed.
we later joined Tolov in fighting the undead. And together we took them out.
Like we killed them. It wasn't that we took them out for
yeah, yes, I see, yes.
I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page.
Sister Holly, she's just sitting there, very, intently hanging on every word regarding this account. Anything else?
Yes, and then we decided to follow the tracks of who we thought possibly would be responsible for the undead. And we wound up finding our way to the bridge, out of town. And then it was dark, and I was hungry, and we needed to enjoy ourselves a little rest, so we went to the Bone Drop-In. And that is when Oscar told us about the stench in his basement, and we went in there, and we found this hidden room, and we killed more undead. And that is when this book, and I hold it up and I shake it.
Okay.
This book.
A little bit of dust comes off of it still. A couple pages fall out.
I take pages and put it back in. Told us about some horrific experiments happening right under everyone's noses.
That's and you regaled us with those stories before.
Yes.
They're dreadful. They're awful.
And that is our experience of the undead. Now, if you will tell us your experiences of the undead, then that would be fantastic.
Sister Hinali, she says, well, I'm a little bit older than I look. And I have had some experience with these types of creatures. It goes against everything I believe in truth and light. She sits there and she thinks for a little while. She says, what perplexes me is the timing. We have undead wandering around the outside of the town. We have undead manifesting in some hidden basement, all near the same time. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is what I need to know. I wish to be of service. I wish to be of help. I wish I knew more.
Sister Hanali.
Hanali.
Helen?
Hanali.
Hanali. Are you assuming, or do you have an inkling of an idea what you think this means? Is there some sort of prophecy in your teachings, or some sort of,
No.
I don't know,
Nope.
second coming of something?
No prophecies. No. I mean, necromancy is,
Does
It-
the Queen know about this?
the who?
The Queen?
Of your religion?
Oh,
The Queen of this kingdom?
Of this kingdom, sorry.
I think most of you are from this kingdom, so you would know that
Is this Alonge?
Alonge is a goddess who's passed. The kingdom is divided into 3 provinces, and it's ruled together by the rulers of each of the 3 provinces.
Yes.
It's not like a true kingdom, but more of an oligarchy where you have multiple people who sit like on a ruling king queen type council. No. Well, I don't know. I don't speak to members from the temple. I don't speak often to other priests and priestesses in my church. I am here watching over the flock in Renfeld, but
Should we let them?
I don't know. That's part of my fear. I don't know how widespread this is. I don't know if it's here or if it's everywhere.
Well, I think if we alerted them, they would definitely help us in this time of danger.
I would like to do an insight check to see if
What do you want to
Sister
know?
What's that?
What do you want to know?
To see if Sister Hanali's intentions are truly good.
Okay. Roll an insight
Can I
check.
help him, or would I know this? I probably wouldn't know this.
I mean, if you wish to know the same thing,
Yes, I would actually wish.
yeah, I mean, you can roll twice and take the higher of the 2 numbers, and we'll call that help.
Not been rolling
Okay.
great, but... Oh, yes. All right, 17.
She, as far as you can tell, she is being very sincere. She's,
She doesn't have any plotting against us or anything.
Not that you can tell. No, she seems very sincere about wanting to.
I reach into my bag and I pull out the white hand, the alabaster hand with the hammer. Will this help?
I don't know, but
Ah.
may I?
I pull it back.
Huh.
Tell me what it is.
This
Yes.
I would surely love to inspect it if I could.
You don't know what it is?
I know what it looks like.
What does it look like?
It looks like a piece of a statue. A statue.
Oh, I can see that.
A statue
Even
representing.
my friend Baracus can tell that it
A statue representing my.
because he doesn't have a good memory.
A statue.
That's what I choose.
I think we've established that his memory comes and goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that looks as though it is a piece of a statue that represents the missing lady.
Missing lady.
Oh.
Yes, my goddess, Alonge. And please, may I? Please.
Oops.
Let her touch it.
Ever since Roland told me about it, I
Out of our goodwill.
thank you. She looks at, and she's emotional, looking at this thing, turning it over. Like again, it's like a forearm, right, leading to a hand holding a hammer. It's a feminine hand. She's, in all my years, I have never seen evidence of her ladyship. I have seen it You realize these statues are only fashioned for her shrines throughout the land. Her shrines are lost. I don't know where those little foul creatures found this, but they found it somewhere, hopefully near. That is a great boon and a blessing to us if we can uncover a hidden shrine to my mistress. She's very reverent with this thing. She says, she is known by many names throughout the land. The name that I have for her is the Songhammer. And you have enriched my life by bringing this to me. Thank you. She hands it back to you.
Oh.
What will you do with it?
I wish for you to keep it.
What?
Oh.
Maybe I'll keep it easy. Well, do you think we have some use for this?
What is it made of?
I don't know what it's made of.
White
I've never seen its like before.
Are you saying?
I think we should.
Something breakable. But
I throw it from one end to the other.
No?
What is its monetary value? Monetary value.
It's priceless.
Then we
That's
should definitely keep it.
that's a priceless. I mean, it's yours. You found it, but that's a priceless relic. It has. I don't know if you can sense it, but it has lingering
It's magical.
power.
Then we should definitely hold on to it.
I wouldn't say it's magical in the sense of like a magical cloak, but it is imbued with holy essence. You are only blessed to have it near you.
Huh? I'll put it back in my satchel.
I mean, she's just overcome because she's, been allowed to hold it and caress it and see it. She's, thank you. Reeve, there needs to be some research done. We need to find out where the shrine is. And he's like, that's a discussion for another time, Sister Hanali.
No, we can discuss this right now.
Yes, where's the shrine?
What?
How can we help?
Yeah, where is it? How can we help?
What? How can you help?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know where this thing came from. You've secured it from where did it come from?
Came from where we rescued Felicia.
Felicia. Yeah, Felicia's like, this is true.
A
This is true.
cave.
The cave I was held in. Yes, Hawkward had this amongst other things. I don't know where they came from. I don't speak the filthy, vile little language, but the Reeve says, by all means,
What's it worth now?
I mean, to me, it's, I don't need this. I need you to help secure our town. I need you to behave. That's what I need.
Behave.
As I said before, don't be untoward. Don't give the commoners any reason to doubt your sincerity, doubt your virtue.
Oh, I have things to say to these townspeople.
Please keep the peace. Please, I beg of you. They are,
Ungrateful.
yeah, maybe. Yes, they are commoners. They rumor monger, They're farmers, right? They are laborers. Sorry, Dilg, but yes, they are laborers. They don't concern themselves with larger matters like we do here in this room. Yes.
This shrine. Is it a place of spiritual healing.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. The records that I have access to, they claim that there is spiritual healing. They claim that her very the core of her essence are found in her shrines. When she created the goodly races of this world, they spread, and they venerated her. The druids, the priests, the clerics, the kings, the queens, even the commoners. Shrines were built all across the land. These were places of worship. These were places of holy endowment for these people. But they are lost. They've been lost for centuries. Until maybe now.
All of them have been lost.
All of them.
Sonali,
as far as I know.
I cannot speak for my fellows here in this room.
Yes.
I would like to try to find the shrine for you. However, my fellows, I would enjoy going with them. And I feel like they may need some motivation. Monetarily.
Oh.
What might it be worth the church for us to find this shrine?
I have no idea. I mean, I've never considered that one could be found.
We will find it.
That would be amazing. I don't know.
100 gold each.
She looks around at you expectantly, wondering how you respond to his negotiations for you.
Yes, 100 gold each. Let me persuade you.
Okay, with that creepy, slimy voice, roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage. Roll twice and take the lower.
Why disadvantage?
Because it's creepy and slimy. 9. You shrug, awkward. And you?
The offer will continue to rise the longer you delay.
She's actually a woman of her word. Hawkwood, this would do wonders for Hawkwood's farm to rebuild.
True, I do need to repair my farm, but money is not my favorite source.
Money does help, though. We'll make it work. 100 each. If that is what it will take for you to begin an expedition, I don't know what to tell you about where to start, except maybe...
Felicia.
Yes?
Where would you start?
Well, I would start with the cave that you found me in. That's where I would start.
Sounds smart.
And what do you want from us once we find the shrine? Just to tell you its location?
That would be ideal. Yes. I don't know what you'll find when you find the shrine. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully everything. Yes, please. Come. Inform us. Let us know what you find.
Reeve?
Yes.
We'll need some supplies. We'll need some travel animals.
I'll need some arrows.
We'll need some weaponry. I know you
Dilg?
can make that happen.
Dilg? Hey. Yep. All right. I can vouch for these people. They're good. They're capable. Although I don't have everything you need, you'll have to visit. Visit Odo Big Toe. He's at Saddle-Rash. Saddle-Rash Goods.
Saddle
Ranch?
Saddle-Rash Goods.
Like getting a rash because you're riding on a saddle.
That's what he named the store. Odo Big Toe.
Odo
Big Toe.
Big Toe.
Odo Big Toe.
Yes.
I can't
Well, that's a
wait to
fun
meet
name.
him.
Yes.
I'm gonna
But
tell
you know,
them.
again, you and I we'll have a talk.
Of course, yes, of course. Reeve, we'll need a writ of consignment of assignment, so that we can receive things.
Haven't I already given you a writ?
You've given us a 50% writ.
Mm.
We'll need a writ that we are on official city duty, and that we will need these items on the city.
For this expedition.
Yes.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Come on. Come on.
Natural 20!
He looks at you and says, "You shall have it.
Excellent.
You shall have it. Yes, you shall have it. I'm not sure if you know, I've put the village on lockdown.
Mm.
But my permission is granted for you to leave.
Great. Put that in the writ as well.
I will put that in the writ.
Thank you.
Consider it done. And best wishes to you and Sister Hollis. Yes. And our prayers. They will go with you as well.
Thank you, sister. We
Deal.
feel those prayers.
Yes. Are there any other things you wish to discuss here before?
There was a mummy.
Yes, I understand. There was a mummy.
No.
Would someone look after my animals while I'm away?
We'll find someone to watch your stuff.
Well, I think that'll do. If you could write that up. Del, why don't you come walk with us?
Okay. So, he writes, you stand up, you leave the council room. Del goes with you, and him and he has continued discussion with Sister Hanali. She's very animated, and Felicia, she's very introspective. So that was
Del, I can't believe
okay.
it.
I'm on this council, right? Because I've been assigned to represent the laborers' union here in the village.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess you're going on some kind of adventure, huh? And I guess I'm supposed to outfit you. That's great. I've also got a job for you. I know you already. I know, but there's another lump of gold in it for you.
In.
Hold on.
In what?
We're in.
No, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's listen to him first.
I like the mind on this girl.
Why?
Listen. I represent the laborers' union. The Reeve was talking about the Ivy Shack.
Yes.
It's this funny house in town. It's been here longer than any other house. I've been here a long time, and it's been here longer than me. The Reeve has not been here that long, and he's a good man. He's a little short-sighted, but he wants this Ivy Shack, as we call it. He wants it torn down and replaced with a pretty new, nice home. Maybe a summer home. I don't know. And he's given us a contract to do this. Problem is the same problem that's been with this house for as long as anybody knows. No one can get close to it.
Why not?
You get close to it and you get terribly dizzy. Terribly dizzy. So much so that you can't see straight, you fall down. You know, motion sickness, that kind of thing. I only bring it up because you four have proven yourselves to be quite capable of doing the strange things, right? I've had laborers ready to work on this place for weeks. Of course, they can't get any closer to it.
Where is this?
It's just south of town, right along the river.
Can you lead us to it?
Sure.
Well,
Now?
You say, well, hold on. You say it's a stack of gold. Well, how much gold are we talking about?
As a representative of the labor union, we'd be willing to pay. We'd be willing to pay 100 gold
Each.
Oh no,
Oh, then why would we do it?
each.
We're being promised 100
It's-
gold to go elsewhere.
Well, that's for some religious what you call it?
Expedition.
A temple.
Yes.
Yes, an expedition. I just want you to go see if you can knock on the door of this house.
So if we go
Maybe-
and knock on the door, we get 100 gold.
Yeah.
That's all. Just knock on the door.
Well, I'd like you to see if you can
You and I
stop whatever is doing the Mamba Jahamba.
There could be
They won't let us
danger
in.
involved in this.
There could be what?
There could be danger,
Yes.
No one's died before. Everyone just gets dizzy.
but no one is not in the door.
No one's got close enough.
We have no idea what's inside this door.
True.
Hogwood, what might be inside the door?
A spinny wheel.
No one knows. It's covered in ivy. It's covered in ivy. That's what we call it, the bloody ivy shop. Ivy shack.
Perhaps we should
I think.
do the other thing first.
Well, the Ivy house is so close. It's much
Yes,
closer.
but for 100 gold, listen. Unless
I'm
you
going
make
to
it worth,
persuade you to make it 100 each.
unless you make it truly worth our time.
100 each.
Unless you
Again,
make
I represent
I'd
the
say
laborers
we out.
union.
Yes.
We only have so much money.
which
Do you
labor
have
unions have
Okay, listen. I can go up to 150.
each.
What?
Each. 100.
I just turned you down for 100 each. I'm not going to go up to one.
I shall persuade you.
Look, I'll say, the best I can do is push. 70 each. That's the best I can do.
I mean, it could be
There's
worse.
4 of you. That's 280. That's a lot more than I originally offered.
That's true.
Yes, it is.
But it also means you lied to us about having the funds.
See,
I am
She
one
was
person.
straight to the
I'm one person in a union of people.
yes.
They won't appreciate me bandying about their money like this. But we got to get the job done. And you four, you're pretty good at whatever the hell you do. He holds his hand out to any of you. Can we shake on it? Can we shake on it?
I froze.
Is Awkward grabbing my hand?
Yes, we all. I
Oh.
and I put my hand on it.
So we shake on it.
I say 100 each and then shake.
I've already shook. 70 gold apiece.
All right.
Great.
If you can get in.
Oh, we will.
All right.
All right. That.
So he quickly zips in and he lets them know that he's got some business to take care of. We're running a little late, but and he takes you to the south side of town, right along the river. You were here the previous late afternoon. This is very close to the bridge. Very close to the bridge. You weren't so close that you would have experienced whatever this thing. But
Yes, I already know what you're talking. I already know. I'm going to check if there's any purple mist in the area.
okay, we're probably about 11 a.m. at this point. Perception check.
Does the mist only happen at night?
Oh, it's easier to see it now.
We're at 15.
No, there's no discernible mist at all. But this was the area where you could see across the bridge,
Yes.
the mist leading off to like the southwest,
With that mist is
southwest.
that
Yeah, not really. What it was like a residue, and that residue is kind of dissipated at this point. It's this way.
Okay.
It's not so close to the bridge, eh?
Great.
This way.
We'll follow you, yes.
So he leads you up, and standing outside this, you get to it. It's this building, right? They call it the shack because the ivy shack just rolls off the tongue, but it's more than a shack. It's a like a decent sized home, covered in ivy. No real indication of windows. There's a subtle impression of a front door, and there's a bunch of laborers. There's a couple of them. Some of them are, and they keep coming back, keep trying to get in because they have a contract with the Reeve. See, there it is, right there. And now you can see my boys. They can't get in.
Well, I'm going to.
What do you do?
I'd like.
Can you help me out?
Yes.
I'd like to do a perception check to make sure you're not hiding something from us, and you don't have ulterior motives.
Okay. That would be an insight check. So.
Insight check.
Yeah.
20. Dirty 20.
He seems very sincere.
Okay.
He's a businessman. He's got money to make. He's got a job to do.
Okay.
That's what you get from him.
Okay.
There it is. Right? We're far enough away now that you're not going to feel dizzy. But
I'd like to use my armor of Agathes.
okay.
Yes.
So you just slap your hand right on your chest, and your body is infused with this shimmery cold essence.
Right. Okay. I'm going to approach the shack.
Okay.
Yes.
So you approach. The rest of you. Do you approach? Do you stay where you are?
We watch from
Yeah.
safe.
You watch from safe. Okay.
I will be.
So
I
you-
approach as well,
The two of you approach.
but behind him.
Okay. So the two of you approach, and the handful of laborers there, they got their tools. They're looking at you like, all right. You walk up. You're on the front path, leading up to the house, and you get about 10 feet away, and this force of I don't even know how to describe it. You just are insanely dizzy. You can't see straight. Your eyes roll back in the back of your head. You're just, you lose all sense of balance and direction and where you are, and both of you just hit the ground.
Both of us.
Both of you.
My armor didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing. Give me a perception check.
6.
What do you do?
Well, total. They fell down.
Yeah, you can kind of crawl out if you wish. You're not like incapacitated. You're not dead or anything. You just can't see straight.
right. Okay.
So you can wallow in that, or you can army crawl away.
Back out.
Okay. So you do so, and your senses come back to you. It hurts. It's like that kind of dizzy is that vertigo is painful.
I would like to look to see if there are any animals closer than the humans are.
Closer to the house.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
17.
There are no animals closer to the house. No birds. Nothing like that.
Doesn't somebody? I would like to. Cast a cantrip.
Which one?
My mage hand,
Okay.
and
Alright.
I'd like to go up to right before the spot where my friends fell down.
Okay.
And I want to try to have my mage hand go and open the door.
Okay. So it says that the hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast this spell again. So they were about 10 feet away from the house when the dizziness hit them. So you're
about 15 feet away.
Okay, 15, 20 feet away. You cast Mage Hand, and this spectral, ghostly hand appears.
Let me give you a hand, my friends.
Okay, and this hand floats up to the door.
And then I'm controlling it by using my emotions.
Okay.
And I go to grab the front door.
Okay.
And try to open it.
And it opens.
Is it open this way or not?
It pushes it inward.
Inward?
Yeah.
So I push it inward and let go.
Okay.
Of it.
The door opens inward, and like the ivy around the door it cracks, and it's like there's evidence of very aged flora, right, with this ivy. But you're able to open the door, and it's very dark in there. I mean, all the windows have been encompassed about by coverage, foliage. You can't really see into the house. Give me a perception check.
15.
You're not sure, but you hear the faintest sound. It's like a bell ringing, but it's so faint you barely hear it.
Does anyone else hear a sound? I can hear like a bell, sort of faint bell sound.
My senses are quite low at the moment.
Oh, yes. Sorry. You're probably feeling a little...
Yeah.
I would like my mage hand to knock on the door.
Okay. The open door as it's
the
inside
open
the house.
door.
Okay.
Yeah.
It knocks, and there's a banging on the door, but nothing else happens.
How well can you hear this bell?
It's very, very faint. Like.
Can he hold things in his mage hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have a bell in my backpack. If I put it in your mage hand, can you see if you're able to interact with whatever's causing the other bell?
Of course. Yes, of course. I pull the hand back.
Okay.
And
I put a bell in
take
your
her
mage
bell
hand.
and send it back to the open door.
The bell is small enough. You do have a bell.
I do.
And you ring it, and all of you hear a very discernible ding a 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 ding
From us.
This bell.
from this bell.
Right.
Yeah.
And then do it.
And that's what you hear. I mean, because of that noise, you can't hear. It masks over the subtle
And
sound that you hear.
After it stops.
Do we hear a response?
After it stops, you three hear nothing, and you continue to, ever so faintly, just barely hear this crystal ringing sound. Coming from somewhere within the house.
Is it continuous?
It is continuous.
Oh, so it's continuous. There's
So
a
it's not like
continuous.
beep, 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 beep.
long, short, long. There's a continuous faint bell sound that's coming from the house.
Right.
Yeah, Delga's like,
here's the bell.
you opened the door. That's a clever trick. We're
getting somewhere.
Apparently, too bad you couldn't get in there. What's your plan now?
Step back, Del.
Hey, I'm back.
Step back.
I've thrown up my cookies too many times with that dizziness there.
Well, then go sit on a log.
All right. I'll sit here and watch. Are you two, and he kind of is poking at you. You two? Aye. Are you going to try? You're going to let these two take all the dizzy?
Yeah, for the moment, yes.
Good luck.
Right. Mage hand. I have a lantern. Can I put it
please.
in your mage hand?
Hold the lantern.
I'd like to take a look inside.
And then send it forth with the lantern.
Okay. So you send the lantern in.
Be very careful of not hitting the dead ivy.
Sure. Carry the lantern in. It illuminates the inside, and it's empty. From what you can see through this doorway, it's empty. Like there's no furniture in there that you can see.
Are there windows up above? Like there are windows up?
There's I mean, you can't see them.
Okay.
You can make the assumption that there are windows.
Oh, because of the ivy.
Because of the ivy.
There's
subtle, impressions that there's, window shapes. Hey!
Did you want this building down?
Well, that's my job. I just need to get in there.
But you want to take this building down?
This building needs to come down.
It's going to come down. You're going to destroy this building.
It's called Demolition. You ever heard of it?
Is it stone underneath?
I don't know. It's been here longer than the rest of the town.
I take I take her torch and I light it on, light the ivy.
Okay. The ivy ignites and begins to crackle and burn. And it's a slow burn, but it begins to do so, revealing, the building underneath, and it's made of stone. Like it's a well-made stone. It's unlike any architecture or building technique that you've noticed Doug looks at it like, oh, that's some ancient work there. I've never seen that. Not in the longest time.
Just because we got dizzy doesn't mean that you will.
Ha! Okay. I think you should keep trying your magic trickery, but what do I know? I sling a hammer.
All right, I'll give it a try. Here, I bring my lantern back.
Guidance.
Okay.
You're going to just walk up there?
Might as well. What if it doesn't affect everyone?
Now wait a minute. It has affected every single other person, so why don't we try a different tactic? Perhaps whatever this enchantment is has a height limit. So what if we all stand on each other's shoulders? And the highest person goes.
Creative problem solving. I like it.
How about you get on my shoulders, Tolo?
I'm busy.
Well, am I going to get on your shoulders?
Oh, this is fun. I'm liking this.
I think we all get on each other. How are you feeling?
We're not feeling good, no.
Can you stomach being on the bottom?
Yes, dwarves are strong.
And large.
I'm not very strong.
I'm also not very strong.
Tell you what, why don't you go Hawkwood, me, Baracus, Tolov.
All right, let's do it.
What? You get on my shoulders.
What are you doing? Yep. All right. I've never seen this before. I can't wait to see what happens.
Hawkwood, you up for it?
What could go wrong?
Delg and the other laborers are just having a blast with this.
You're not too strong.
Yeah.
But I ain't big.
You're going to earn your money, that's for sure.
I'm not very strong.
Great, well, hop on my shoulders. I'm not strong either.
So are you doing this? Is this what you're doing?
I'm doing
Try
this.
Okay, so we've got
Who's next?
Hawkward, you're on the bottom,
And then it's me.
and then it's you, and then Baracus, and then Tolov, you're last on top.
Steady now, steady.
Why are we all so weak?
Okay, so Hawkward, give me a strength check.
Oh, dear heavens.
Oh boy.
17.
Oh, okay. DC in my head was 15. So you staggeringly are able to balance and hold the weight of these three people above you as you Grinch holding up that sleigh full of everything. And you wander close to this house. You get about 10 feet away from the home, and the same wave of dizziness just crashes over you. And you.
We gotta tilt.
And you.
Oh.
Not you.
Oh!
I told you!
But the three of you are...
Stay strong,
You're
friends.
going crazy. You collapse and fall. So all three of you fall. Give me an acrobatics check to see if you land on your feet.
9 plus acrobatics. 15.
Okay, so 3-point landing, Spider-Man style. You land. These 3 guys are on the ground.
Well, I crawl back.
Okay, you army crawl away from the dizziness. You have landed about 6 feet away from the door, and you feel nothing.
So I'm in whatever the barrier was.
Oh,
I told you.
Oi! Oi!
You're right.
What's going on over there?
Del.
I'm in.
Well, go in. Do something.
Okay, hold your horses.
So what do you do?
All right. You all need to gather yourselves. I'm going to go in. But if you get on the shoulders of the other men...
I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
Why?
I was look at Baracus. He was 3 up and he's puking like a warlock. See?
And nobody pukes like a warlock.
Yes.
Warlockian
Warlockian vomit is sweat. No.
Chill with the whole
Alright.
identity thing. Keep it on the down low, shall we?
Alright.
Yell
So-
that.
So the door's
What do
open,
you do?
right?
It's open. It's wide open.
So I do a perception check?
What do you want to do? You want to
I would
You wanna look
stealth-
inside,
I would
or-
go get stealthy total of.
perception check.
Can I get stealthy too? What does that mean?
If you want to do a stealth check, you can do that also.
So this is 16 for perception.
Perception. Okay, roll stealth.
11.
So you peek your head in the door, and there's not a lantern in here anymore. If there was before with a mage hand, it's since... No, you used it to burn down the ivy. But you have dark vision, and it's daytime, and so you can see throughout the whole building that there's no furniture, and it would be dark. But in a far corner of the room, you can see a table. It's not a large round table. I mean, the circumference of the diameter of the round tabletop is probably only about 2 feet. It's a fairly ornate looking wooden table. And above the table, you look, and there's like a piece of cloth, and it's in this kind of shape. It's draping over something, and it's the bottom of the cloth is resting on the tabletop, and you can see that in the corner very vividly.
Okay.
What do you do?
I have 50 feet of hempen rope. How far away am I from this thing?
You're probably 25 feet away from it.
Okay.
Delg calls out, "What you doing? What you seeing there?"
Hush. Dog. Can it? Alright, I tie the rope to my crowbar and I throw it at the cloth.
Okay.
So I can take it off.
Okay. So you have a crowbar
In my bag.
tied to the end of this rope. You're attempting to hit the cloth
Yeah, just
on the
knock it
table.
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a dexterity check. Straight dexterity. D20 plus your dex modifier.
21.
Whoosh, whoosh. So, you let this crowbar on a rope fly across the room, and it swipes right through this cloth and tears the cloth away from the top of the table. And revealed is this very ornate looking bell, and it's floating above the table.
Wow.
And you can't hear it, but it's moving as though someone's holding it and ringing it, but it's hovering above the table. That's what you see. So you could barely hear it because of your musical affinity, but nobody else could hear it.
How big is this thing?
The bell? I mean, the bell itself is probably, the mouth of the bell is maybe 2 inches, 2 inches tall, but it's got a long kind of ornate handle about this long. So it's like a really kind of, you know, Downton Abbey kind of ding, 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 ding kind of bell, right?
Okay.
But it's gorgeous, sculpted gold or silver or some kind of precious metal.
Well, then I call out to my friends. There's a floating bell.
A floating bell?
It appears to be magical.
Do something.
I have no magic abilities.
It's got to be what's making us dizzy.
What do you
Stop
suggest?
the stupid bell.
Arrakis.
There's a bell in there.
There's a bell.
Is it ringing? I can't hear anything. My hearing's bad.
I can't hear it either.
That must be what I can hear.
You can hear it still?
I think so.
Well, back up, man.
How are we feeling?
You're still feeling sick.
I was
Okay, well then it doesn't take long to recover from the dizziness.
How far into the house? Can I send my mage hand in to try to grab the bell?
No. The mage hand will disappear after 30 feet.
You could hear it.
And you
10 feet.
miss that by 5 feet.
If you can all find your way inside this place in the same manner as I did, one of you can use your spells to stop this.
You stop the bell.
I guarantee it.
Hold on.
Tolov, give me a perception check.
6.
Okay. So you're in there. I don't know if you guys want to dare get close to the house.
I don't think I want to.
Take the wand.
I can't. I'm inside.
Well, come out.
Live on the ground.
I can't.
You haven't crawled away yet? No. You're like puking all over yourself? Will you get over there and drag him out of there?
Toto, just come over here. Take my
Forrest
wand.
Gump, get over there.
No, I can't go back out because then I won't be able to go back in. We have to do the same thing over
You're
again.
assuming it was the height. It may not have been the height.
Oh, that's true.
It could just be your race.
Drow race.
Whoa. Don't bring my race into this.
Well, we have to. We gotta get this bell to stop. Come.
Gotta make some money.
Just got to make some money. Don't you like gold? 70 pieces of gold. Come outside and grab this wand.
Well, would one of you like to try the way I did, and then we'll know for sure if it's me or if it's...
Is there a reason you don't walk up to the bell?
It's possessed.
Get over here.
I don't know.
And take this
You
wand.
get over here. I don't know how to use a wand.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Told him, just walk over to I'm pretty sure you can probably walk right back in. And why don't you take some of this sand that's in that bag
And put the bell to
and
sleep?
throw it to the... Yes!
Hold on. How
Yes.
far away am I from the bell?
You are you're 40 feet away from the bell.
You know what? I'll just take out.
No. Ruckus, what are you about to do?
I'm going to use my wand of silence and silence the bell.
Fantastic idea.
There you go.
Alright.
What's the range on the wand?
120.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. What do I have to roll for it?
You don't have to roll for it.
Okay. I just...
So you point. So you kind of maneuver yourself. You guide him. Just it's over in that direction, something like that.
Yeah.
So you point at this bell, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's already. You can't hear it.
Yeah, I thought that was going to work.
But you're still standing in the doorway. You're not affected.
See, I want to...
Hawkwood, just go in and grab this bell.
What?
What? I mean, not Hawkwood, Tolov. Sorry, I'm getting tired because of all my nausea.
Perhaps the bell's only defense is the sound. And maybe there aren't any monsters or traps guarding it. But the sound of the bell is what's keeping us from disabling it.
I think that's a very, very good guess.
What if you sing to the bell?
If I sing to the bell?
Yes, sing over the bell.
Serenade the bell.
Serenade the bell.
All right, I try serenading the bell.
Okay.
Hush, little bell, now don't you ring. Listen to me as I do a sing. Hush, little bell, you go to sleep. Let all love come in and carry you, sweet.
Okay, Hawkward has fallen asleep. Nothing has happened with the bell. It continues to just hover there, moving as though it's being shook.
Do you think I should throw a hammer at it?
I think you should go hard with your hand.
Make it ring harder.
It looks suspicious.
Does it look scary?
It looks like it's going to eat me. It's floating.
A chill touch. And the bell.
Okay. Okay.
These bugs.
I'm going to cast a chill touch.
I'm the only one in here. Something happens. That's it. Do you not see this?
Just a second. Just chill touch.
It's a chill touch.
All right. So you maneuver yourself as you did with the wand.
Yeah.
And you make a ranged spell attack.
15.
Okay. So you cast this spell, right? And this spectral, ghostly hand appears. And what do you do with it?
I go grab the bell.
Okay. You use this hand, and it reaches for the bell, and the hand dissipates.
Damn this.
Alright. Okay. Okay.
This bell, man.
It's clear to you after that happened, because this is a spell that is potent, your chill touch spell, that there's a significant enchantment on this spell.
Which means it's probably not a good idea for someone to just walk up and grab it, right?
Well,
not necessarily.
I feel like I heard you say that.
Why are you trying to kill me?
I feel like if you're not affected by whatever's guarding the bell, you probably are not affected by the bell.
Alright.
You can give her inspiration, you can give her guidance.
Yes.
Work together. Work together.
Tolov.
Yes.
Let me inspire you. You are a force to be reckoned with.
And let me give you guidance.
Yeah.
Here
Guidance.
it is.
And guidance gives you. It's a guidance is like a blessing. It gives you. You can roll a d4 and add it to numbers that you to ability check rolls. So.
Okay. So I walk.
What do you do?
I walk over to the.
Feeling inspired, feeling, boosted up emotionally as you.
And trepidatious.
With a touch of trepidation.
I walk up to it. Can I do some kind of check here?
Sure. What do you want to look for?
Tell them look for traps.
Okay. I'll look for traps.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Because I can't see magic, right? I wouldn't know.
Not necessarily, no.
6.
Okay. It's here right in front of you. It's within arm's reach. It's hovering above this table. I suppose there's a subtle glow coming off of, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful bell, and it's just moving like that.
I go to see if that does anything. Okay. All right. I reach out and I touch it.
You touch it?
Yeah.
You reach out and you touch it. I need you to roll. No. And as soon as you touch it, it clatters and falls down to the table and it stops moving.
Should have done this a long time
ago.
What happened, Tolov?
Try walking in. Anyone?
Fine, I'll walk in. I walk towards the house.
You're able to walk right up to the house.
So
what's going on in there? Did you do it?
We did it. Give us our money. We gotta go.
What? So you walk in. You're there. You walk in.
Up and I walk in because I'm not sick anymore.
You are not sick anymore.
All right.
You are not dizzy anymore.
Do
you pick it up? What do you do with it?
Yes. Is it made of gold?
It's very valuable, whatever it is. It's got like a golden, silvery
I take it.
something.
Sure.
Okay, so you take it. Good.
We could also search for other goods.
Yes,
I think
let's do
that's
that.
Del.
I'd like to search.
Del, we're gonna look around the house.
Okay.
There may be other traps. Stay outside.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere until you come back and...
Give you the all clear.
Good,
Absolutely.
good.
Great.
Okay. As you determine to do this,
Oh boy.
you've put this thing in your sack, or your pack, or your backpack, or whatever. There's a hum in the room. It's very discernible, and it's kind of, I mean, it's not like painful or anything, but you can feel it kind of shaking, and all of a sudden, this blue and green swirling vortex. It's about this big. It appears in the air right above the table, right where the bell was, and it's swirling. I mean, it's not sucking air or anything like that. It's just a vortex hovering in the air above you. And out from this shape come zipping 5 things.
I don't.
These 5 little entities are zipping around the room, almost so fast that you can't even tell what they are. 4 of them go. They zip out of the house and they're gone to the wind. And one of them is standing there and he says, "Ooh, thank you. Thank you for releasing me from my prison. Ooh, maybe someday, if we meet again, I'll pay you back." And he zips off and he's gone.
That's nice.
And that's where we end our session today.
Oh
Great.
no! What did we do?
No, it's a good thing. It's
We
a good thing.
unleashed some
Oh, they
furies.
were trapped and now they're free. It's good.
Yeah, give me. Why don't you give me really quickly, like an intelligence check, just to see if you know what you saw.
Nope.
You don't.
No.
Is it really low?
intelligence.
Okay,
1.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 1, right?
Okay.
That was a one.
I just wanted to know if you,
In fact, you
maybe,
got
if
done.
maybe you recognized it. Yeah. Okay. And that's what happened. And that's where we end our session tonight. It went a little long. I know it was a lot of.
Sorry, it
There was
was
a lot
20
of
minutes
RP.
me
No,
not
no,
wanting
no.
to grab the bell.
There was a lot of. I knew tonight would be a lot of RP. So. Thank you for joining us here on Fractured Roll.
Yay.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for watching.
I don't know. We went a little longer than we normally would like to, but thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for joining us as our merry band of adventurers who have no name as of now. Work their way through the town and the town's problems. As always, please come and join us next week. Same bat time, same channel. Yeah. We love you. We thank you for being with us. Please love one another. Please be kind to one another. And we'll see you next week.
We will see you guys next week. Make sure you follow us on Twitter to find out how you can possibly win some dice from Norse Foundry. Go support Norse Foundry. Use the coupon code FROLL, F-R-O-L-L.
They're beautiful.
And
It's perfect time of year.
perfect time of year.
Buy some discount dice
That's
for that D&D enthusiast in your life.
And we are going to go raid right now. We are Nerdsmith, who's another fun group, nice group who play Dungeons & Dragons. They got a Dungeons & Dragons game going on right now. So if you would like to watch some more Dungeons & Dragons, go say hi to We Are Nerdsmith. Tell them you came over from Artell TV.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good week, everybody.
Until next time.
When we're all less dizzy.
Fractured Rolls.
Yes.
Fractured Roll.
Let's see this first. I don't know if this will work. We'll find out.
Do it.
Who's gonna make our theme song? Lana, you're a
That was it.
songwriter.
I don't sing.
You're not.
I
Okay.
can do a little theme song if we need it.
All right. We are raiding. And
Does that mean we're out?
That is a song.
I'm gonna turn my mic off right now.
they're going.
Did it work?
Wow, look at that setup. Okay, so was it that elves were immune? Or can you not tell me?